God gave me the key, so I'm logging in. Had to get off TikTok, watch how I be clocking in. Felt the Holy Spirit on the stage when I was walking in. If you got a problem with me, you gon' have to talk to him. Big facts. This little heaven off a big stack. So that Range Rover deuces, I don't miss that. Had to get up my excuses on a diss track. I be walking where the truth is, ain't no zigzag, no more. Tell him adios. Started from the bottom, now we with the Holy Ghost. Only way to get up high is if you get down low, ayy. Had to make it to the top just to see how hard it dropped. Yeah, oh, yeah. Had to make it to the top just to see how hard it dropped. Yeah, oh, had to make it to the top just to see how hard it dropped. Yeah, oh, had to make it to the top just to see how hard it dropped. I never stopped.
Oh, let's go withdrawal day. What up, chat? Welcome in, welcome in.
I stay clear where the ceilings sit, cause I know that's where many other villains be. Me and my fam try to keep a low profile. Head stay straight, don't worry about a profile. Can't burn out when you keep it on the low dial. They say no, wait, now they saying oh wow. No more over, tell him adios. Started from the bottom, now we with the Holy Ghost. Only way to get up high is if you get down low, ayy. Had to make it to the top just to see how hard it dropped. Yeah, oh, yeah. Had to make it to the top just to see how hard it dropped. Yeah, oh, had to make it to the top just to see how hard it dropped.
Welcome in. Let's go.
Had to make it to the top just to see how hard it dropped. I never stopped, God brought me to the top. Guess I gotta wait around and see how hard it dropped. Okay, yeah. Hey, how you start is how you finish. Like 9 to 5, we stand on business. Just to catch up, you gon' need a village.
All right.
Okay.
Welcome in. Let's do it.
Yeah, I put on my J's, you already know the dealer. But this ain't a game, this is life, this is a killer. He'll try to trap your soul, I ain't talking Bryson Tiller. But really he's a dog, standing next to a gorilla. My ability to go gorilla beat is from Elohim. Ain't no
Okay, welcome in. Let's do it.
Tell the devil go back where you came, cause we walking free. Hop on the stage and I'm ready for war. I'm not the same person I was before. I see revival breaking on the floor. I pray it makes its way out of the door. In Jesus' name we breaking out of Hades. I might be doing this until I'm 80. I leveled up all the way just to say that ain't how you start, it's how
All right, we good.
finish.
Welcome in. I think we're good to go. We good. Yeah. How y'all feeling? We got no limits. Go. What up, Ronnie? Z Gamer in the house. Let's go. Only bands here. Luffy. Bands counted up in the building. Let's get it. What up, Matt? What up? Dilla, how y'all feeling? My voice is coming back, baby. What's up, Ryan? What up? George VDM in the house. What up, George? What up, Arrow Sassy? GK in the building. What up, Wokey? What up, Restored? Louis G in the house. What up, YOLO Trader? What up, Surge? Grande. What up, Grande? What up, Nico? Lucas in the building. What's goody? Q Wills in the house. What up, Q? What up, Gotham? What up, James? Good morning. We got Clubhouse vibes. Let's see. Magnus turned me into dark mode here, I guess. We got dark mode going. Let's go. What up, SimZ? Nigel in the house. What up, Nigel? What up, Dominic? Good morning. Good morning, Clubhouse. Aaron in the building. Literally. Aaron's in the house. Literally. What's up, Wayne? Captain in the building. What's goody? Nate G in the house. Oh my God. Adam, what's goody? Golden in the house. Ben G. What's good? Sun Boy, I see ya. Eric P. Yeah, Eric P. Jessica Lake. Yeah, I see ya. What up, AJ? What's good? OGH in the building as always. As always. What up, DeMarco? What up, Yogi? Good to see you guys. Good to see you guys. PM Magnifico in the building. What's up, Jose? Stephen B in the house. Good to see y'all, man. Good to see you guys. What up, Anthony? Anthony Bravo in the building. Let's get it. Let's go. Let's go. All right. We got motion here. We got motion. We got a little motion on gold too, but no closures that we're looking for just yet. So just relax. Just relax. Calm it down. Cool it down. Engineer 14 in the building. What's goody? All right. I think we're ready to roll. Just give me just a moment. What's good, Sam? How you doing? How you doing? What's up, Fishall? Ben Bennett in the building. Futures Lore. What's goody? What's goody? How you guys doing? If I didn't see you guys yet, forgive me. We got motion here. We got motion. All right. Give me 1 sec. What up, the Don? Billy's lost. Jameel in the house. All right, cool. All right, I think we're good. Whoa, we are good to go. Yeah, let's do it. You guys ready? Let me see. Music. All right, let's go ahead and pray, and then we shall begin here today. You guys ready to do it? Let's go. Well, Father in heaven, Lord, we thank you for this opportunity, Lord, another one to gather together. Lord, I just pray for your people. Lord, I pray that they would continue to learn. I thank you for what you're doing, Lord. I see it. It's manifesting itself into the physical realm. Winners are winning, Lord. So we thank you for it. We thank you that you're making good people wealthy, Lord. Your people wealthy. We thank you for it. We give you all the glory for building our character so our wealth can be an impact and an inspiration and a movement of building the kingdom, Lord. I pray specifically for my voice here today, Lord, that you would bring it back and allow me to just speak life into your people today, Lord. I pray that you would go before us here, bless this session, and we just give you all the glory in Jesus' name. Amen. Amen. Let's do this. Let's do it. Let's go ahead and lock in here. All right, lock in, and let's get this day started. Again, forgive my voice, but watch how God brings it back. Just watch throughout the session. All right, hear me now and then hear me later. And tell me we ain't got the truth on our side. All right, let's do this. Let's go ahead. This is Tuesday. It is July 8th. It is, I don't even know what today is, to be honest. I think it is, oh, I'm sorry. It's Tuesday, right? Tuesday. Wait. Yes, Tuesday, July 8th. All right, Nick Stewart, get it together here. So it is, Tuesday, July 8th. It is a pretty decent, clean day, right? Not much going on here. A little bit of 6 a.m. news. I don't even know what that is, but that was about it, right? We got no news going on in our session at all. So it's just another day, man. Another day, another opportunity for us to be patient, to be disciplined. And is it Wednesday? For real, though. Like, I thought it was Wednesday, too. No, today's Tuesday. Yeah, today's Tuesday. Give the stream a like. I think my brain will come back if you give the stream a like here. Yeah. Tuesday. And Tuesday specifically is a good day to be patient, to be disciplined, to make decisions that your future self will thank you for, and not, have any sort of regretful decision making here today. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it. Let's take a look at the charts. If you guys can, give the stream a like for me. Sub to the channel if you're not subbed yet, and let's get into this. Let's get into it. I'll give you a second to pause what you're doing, finish what you're chewing, and just lock in here for the next 5 minutes. Good. We like the stream. We all good here? All right, let's do this. Let me just bring something up. Okay, cool. Let's talk about gold here. This is the daily time frame. So looks like yesterday we did actually end up coming back up and closing a little bit of like a doji candle. I think they call that like a hammer, like an inverted hammer or whatever. So it looks like you just got somewhat of a doji, right? You notice how we stayed above this range here. So this was the range that we were paying attention to yesterday, and notice how we actually did stay above there. So I'm still pretty bullish for the most part here on gold. I'm open for both buys and sells today, obviously, but we never really closed below support here, and that's really the one that I'm looking at. So we did break the highs early on in this candle. Hey, let me lower the music real quick. I feel like it's loud, right? Let's see. All right, that should be better. Is that better? I think that's better. So I'm still bullish, right? We broke the highs here early on in the day. I think it was early Asian session, broke the highs, and now we've just been coming down here to make just to make a low here. So I do see the bearish move. We are starting to push ourselves back up now. So let's go ahead and see what the 4 hour is looking like, so we can see what's going on with this daily candle. So perfect. So 4 hour here closed, and if you see the way it closed with a very little to almost no lower wick. So we know that candles that close with no lower wick, the next candle will usually dip down here, right? Look for the range to fill and not see anything, and then turn itself back up. So that's exactly what's going on with this current 4 hour candle. And if we get a closure right in the next hour 43 minutes, then we've got a brand new support here on the 4 hour with a bullish daily bias. So very important in terms of potential longs here today, right? So let's take a look at this 1 hour. 1 hour is ugly. It's just ugly, right? It's bullish, but it's not providing much, right, in terms of like crystal clear price action. So this is just volume moving here. We're moving up, we're moving bullish. It's volume, right? It's volume moving in the higher time frame direction, which is what we love. It's just now about getting a bit of a playbook position, right? So let's see what the 15 looks like. 30 is just moving up, just like the 1 hour. The 15 here though, right, has a resistance. So we got a resistance here. We close with very little top wick on this 15-minute candle. I would personally like to see potential how 820 does. And if we move down, right, we can wait. But if we start to move up, we can look for closures, right? If we move down here at 820 and we close like this, that actually is not bad, because we would be closing above on the 30-minute time frame now, right? So if you can get something like this on the 15, then boom, we could take those buys, or what we could do is we can wait, right, and wait for that closure back above, and then we could take our buys to move up and see if we can remain bullish here on gold. So that is just about my plan here today. Yeah, keep in mind, bullish on the daily. 4 hour is technically bearish, but we did close with very little wick at the bottom, and that could lead to a move back up now, right? So 1 hour is gross, 30 minutes disgusting, 15 minutes where the play is going to happen. So we got to wait for price action here, and then we could take our moves up. All right. So that's pretty much it. If we move here on this candle, I'm not that interested, right? But I am interested in a potential celery play at 8:30, or a potential little pullback here, and then take buys at 9:15, 9:30. Cool. That is it. What up, Pip Lord? How we feeling, G? Let's go. Good to see you, man. Good to see you this weekend. Bet with Angelo. Let's get Angelo bets in the house. What's good, boys? What's good? Let me open up the clubhouse here. Once again, forgive my voice. It's been a wild last couple days here. Where are we? Clubhouse. There you guys are. Perfect. Only bands in the house. What up, bro? What up, Jose? Mr. Gon in the building. What up, Chief? Hope you got a safe trip back home. DJ Scratches. What's goody? What up, Andy? JP in the building. Getting to the bag. What's good? Stephen B in the house. I like that hoodie. OGH in the house. What up, brother? Hey, look at this. First time member. Is it Haran or Haroon? Haroon with all the smileys today. Let's go. W, brother. W. Ahmad in the building. What's good, Ahmad? How you doing, bro? What's good? 15-minute gross, 30-minute gross. Disgusting. No, I said 1 hour. 1 hour gross, 30-minute disgusting. 15-minute pretty clean though. So we wait on the 15, we should be good to go. What up, Kill Shot? AB Mike in the house. What's good, AB Mike? AB Mike, were your ears ringing this week? Yeah, we had such a great time at the meetup, man. The only person we were missing, gang, was you. That was it. First time in the clubhouse, joining from New Zealand. Welcome, my friend. Welcome. TTE is worldwide. What's good, Wayne? There he is. Yes, sir. Wayne's got the legit background there, man. I like that. Yeah, what a weekend. Steakhouse was on point. The steakhouse was on point with the elites, man. That was epic. Such a good time. I think we had about 20 elite members at that dinner. So that was super just special. You know what I mean? So what's cool about the elites is I have personal relationships with all of them, right? So, I have been one-on-one with these guys and girls, and I understand their approach to trading. I understand their life. I understand their mindset. I understand their flaws, right? I understand their strengths. So being at that, elite dinner and just observing, right, and looking around and just so proud of so many of these guys and girls that I've watched them. I've watched them overcome to become better, and it was just a honor and a privilege to spend time with with those guys and girls on Friday night. So that dinner was sick, man. Dinner was absolutely incredible. From Afghanistan, what's goody? Direct buys right now. I'm just waiting for better price action. I take things candle by candle, really. So I want to see if this next candle could so depending on how this guy closes right here, if this one closes very weak, right, similar to maybe something like this, then I will probably have a buy stop on the break of these highs. But if we close the way we look right now, then what I'll do is I'll just wait, right? I'll just wait for a stronger confirmation candle to close back above and then take that trade. Yeah. Yeah, that's all. That's all. They were full margined. Stop loss getting wild. Yeah, so basically the next candle will probably be where the stops sit. So let's say the next candle pop, let's say example one that I just drew up, we pop here. We'll probably have stop loss right here. Entry here, stop loss there. Let's go, Umar. You lost everything but your own mind, right? And your own skill set. Sometimes you have to lose everything to gain everything. It's crazy. It's don't ask me how life works, man. Whatever they taught us in school was absolutely false. Man, in order to go in, you've got to go out. In order to go left, you've got to go right. Oh, man. Holy. It was all a lie. Hey, man, we've been crushing New York session, by the way. Every single day last week, we took a banger on in this New York session. If you're new to this channel, or if you weren't too active last week, go back and watch all those trades. They were all dimes, all of them. Extremely professionally taken as well. All right, let's take a look at NQ here as well. Let me just finish up these little markups. Boom. Let's do buys above. So for me, buys are pretty clean above 38 there. The sells. Yeah, the sells. About these sells, right? So I think in order for me to take the sells, I got to see 1 hour closure, right? 1 hour bearish closures. So we'll see. I'm not too interested in sells right now. I know the 4 hour candle is bearish here, but we close with very little to no wick, right? So I'm not too sure I'm that interested in selling right off the rip. I think I would probably sell below 31 here. So if you get a 1 hour closure, bearish closure up top here, I might be interested. But if that doesn't happen, then the closure on the lower time frames, probably below 31 will be best. I may be interested in that, right, to fill this wick if we got a lot of volume coming in. But if it doesn't look like that, then I really don't care for the sells too much today. Clone, boom. All right, let's just. Okay, cool. Perfect. So yeah, 15-minute vibes here today. So we already did get a fake out here, right? So it looks like we got a fake out, but we're not. We did push up pretty decently in this little pre-New York thing, but yeah, I'm skeptical about this closure. So we gotta wait. If the 1 hour can come down and make a better lower wick, that'd be really good too. Yeah, you see how we got like no wick there? So if we can come down, break the low, and then come back up and close above, or that would be pretty nice. I haven't taken any trades. Nope, not yet. Not yet. Today is withdrawal day, so I am going to withdraw about 15,000 today out of my live account. And I'm going to go buy this exhaust. Yeah. Me see it, me like it. Me see it, me like it. So that's what I'm going to treat myself, I guess, for a good 2 weeks of trading, and then we'll get back to business, back to building. My supports and all that are basically on the 15 minutes. So I'm looking at this old, these are older ranges, but they're still very valid here. So it's just it's just very choppy going on. A lot of chop going on right now, all in here. Unable to access Clubhouse with my hardest mail. TK, be advised. Okay, I'm sure TK will peep that very, very soon today. In order to eat, you gotta go hungry. Let's get it. Yoshi Fib. What's good, Kelvin? Okay. On 6:30 a.m. your time zone, 15-minute closed above resistance, but it failed. Is it a wrong strategy? Let's see. 6:30 my time. Let's go to the 30-minute chart. 6:30, this one? So, are you talking about this candle here? So 6:30, where'd that go? Time zone, 15-minute candle closed above. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, it's not bad. I think we were just a little bearish there on the 4-hour, maybe, right, at that time. But, yeah, I think I would have been more interested here in sells. Right now, I'm more interested in buys. But in this pre-New York, when that 4-hour candle was still semi-bearish, I think I would have been probably looking for maybe a fake out or something, I think the best buys are above here today. So, because there was a lot of wicks here in this area. So, although 6:30 came in, you had a bit of volume. It got caught up there. So, this actually did end up faking out and filling that wick down there. So, that's pretty interesting. But I don't think it was, a bad thing, right? You waited for a breakout. You had this candle close above the range, right? You had decently clean traffic to the left, not super clean, but I could see why you would get in this. And I think that was a good trade. Yeah, I think that was a good trade. Not bad at all. Where was your stop loss? Was it below the current candle or the previous one? I really don't make sure I'm getting a 1R on every trade. Yeah, I just take the trade for what it is, and whatever it is, it is. Like so if we get in this trade, let's say we get into a trade here today, and that trade looks something like this, all right? It's just as an example. So I know two things, right? Or I know a few things. I know that my TP is going to be somewhere up here, right? And my stop loss is either going to be here or here. And I'm definitely taking partials off right there. So I don't even know what that is. I don't know if it's a 1-to-1, 1-to-2, 2-to-1, negative RR. I don't even know. I just know that this is a great playbook setup to take advantage of, and I'm most likely going to win this trade. So I didn't even consider it, right? Now I'll look and say, okay, well, what is it? Oh, and I'll take a look, and it looks like we got 37. If we use the previous, we got 37 stops for 42 TP, or 42 partials, and then 70 TP, right? So that's a pretty good trade. Even if we tightened it up, now we got a 22 pip stop for 41, right? So I don't know. I mean, every trade is different. This one's actually looks pretty good RR wise, but even if it didn't, I'd still get in that trade. I'd still get in, and I'd still close where I need to close and do all that. And I'd still most likely win that trade too. Ready for the merch? Yo, we got some dope merch coming. Oh, what was I just about to do? What was I just about to do? I had to do something. What was it? I don't know. I'll remember. Let's see. The previous level, why is it important? Because it's just the old range, right? So it's actually just like the older range. So there's two ranges here today from what it looks like, which is going to be basically right here and right here. So we got them covered, right? So this is the choppy ranges, consolidating ranges, random ranges there. So I think anything outside of them is pretty clean for like, you know, normal price action. So the goal here, or the idea here, is now if we can get the closure above, so I won't be taking a impulse entry here, although that might work. I won't be taking that. I'll be waiting now for this closure, and if that candle can close above and the next one can throw a little lower wick, then I'll be in here, and then that exact idea that we just spoke about is what I'll be doing here today. Something like this. Bam. That'll be the trade. Let's see, Clubhouse. Let me go over here. Yeah, let's take a look at NASDAQ here real quick. Let's take a look at NQ while we wait on gold. So we got 12 minutes on this candle. If you guys are going to take impulse entries, you know, best of luck. I'm going to wait for this closure just because of the way the this candle closed. It closed a little too strong for my liking. So instead of impulsively entering here, I'd rather see an actual break of the high and then a closure and then get in afterwards. NQ, right? NQ, let's go take a look. The NASDAQ. All right, so let's take a look at the daily here. So this is NQ. We did close bearish, and we're just kind of in this daily range now. So this is let me stretch that out. So this is the daily range that we're currently sitting in. We've got support here, we've got resistance here, and that's the range, right? So if this was a 30-minute time frame, that would basically be the range that we're in. Now, we did close bearish on this previous candle here. This current candle is looking like it's kind of coming up to make a top wick to eventually come back down, right? And maybe even retest that support here today. So let's see if we can get something like that out of the NASDAQ. Let's take a look at the 4-hour. The 4-hour did close bearish on the last candle. So as of right now, we broke the lows here. We're coming up. We're making a top wick. I think if we re-break those lows, very high chance we move down here today. So let's go ahead and see what the 1-hour looks like. 1 hour is a bit choppy. You got support sitting right here. You have resistance right there, and that's pretty much our range, right? So let's look at the 30-minute. 30 minutes a little choppy. 15-minute. Yeah, 15 minutes a little choppy here. So 4-hour. I think if the 4-hour can break this low here, then there's a very high chance that we can move down. Any closures below 22908, I think today brings price straight into that support zone right there. So that's what I'd be looking for here today. Probably 1 hour or 30-minute closures, and then we should be good to move about here on NQ. The buys are very nice too. Like very nice. So I think I'd rather see the 4-hour close bullish though before I get, you know, very interested in those buys. So that's what I'll be looking for. Potential sells below 22908 here, and then buys. Yeah, we'll relook at buys on the 4-hour closure probably. Cool. So that's NQ. You got, you know, a couple things in the way here that I don't really like, right? If we're gonna go long here, so I don't know. You know, the best closures are going to be above here is where you have all that clean range. So a little skeptical about the buys between 63 and 80, but if we can get closures above there a little bit later, like a strong 4-hour bullish closure, then I think that'll look perfect. But other than that, I'll probably be looking for sells here, as this 4-hour candle may want to make a move, break its own low, and drive down towards this range here. So that's my game plan. 70 pip range on NQ. 70 pip range. Perfect. So that's pretty much that on the NASDAQ. Now we just got to wait. Boom. And we're good. And we're good. What do you think of this trade in pre-NY? Yes, this looked actually money. So this looked really good, right? You had price coming down. Very, very bearish here. Pushing down. Doesn't really give you much of a pullback, right? So during these times is where you're looking for a bit of a pullback. But sometimes what's going to happen is price is only going to give you one candle, maybe two candles. So you see that bullish closure right there, right? Now, I wouldn't take a sell on the break of this low, but I would take a sell if that candle closed bearish, right? Which it did. This is the candle we're talking about here. Closing bearish, breaking through that other low. And I like this. I mean, clean range on the left-hand side all the way down into that support zone. And yeah, it looks pretty good to me. What zone was that? I'm curious because I think that is, yeah, that move actually played out, right? Yeah, I think this is a good trade. I would have been in it. I'll tell you that. Nice little resistance formed here. And yeah, the idea, right? I'm sure this was your idea. I think this might have been the one that John took too. He was telling me about. I'm not too sure, but I mean, that looked money, right? For that to go down. So yeah, I like the idea. Playbook setup. Got to execute. Got to execute. Can you give mentorship? Brother, man, that's what I've been doing every day for the last 3.5 years. Right here, every single morning. So, of course. Can you take it? I can give it. Can you take it? The buys look good. They do. Thoughts on gold with no bottom wick? I like the buys on gold. Yeah, I'm looking for buys. I'm not really interested in the sells currently. I want to see if we can move up. How do we do here? 15. Cool. Yeah, we got 6 minutes, and if this candle can close with above the range here with the wick on the top, then I'll be interested in buys. We've got about a excuse me, like a 40 to 45 pip advantage point there. Oh yes, any mentorship, 1 Bitcoin. One Bitcoin. I send you 1 Bitcoin. Hey, is this the same trade that John took? I'm not sure. I think it is. Look, at least it sounds like it. Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, I thought that was a pretty good play. I mean, that's a playbook trade. You know what I mean? So you got to execute there. Was that a winner or a loser? Because I don't even know what he said. What time was that? 7:30? Or 6:30, right? Oh, that came back up. Where was that? Okay. Yeah, this was the TP. Nah, that looked good, man. That looked good. Yeah, 4 hours clean at that point, too. To keep going. Yeah, good trade. Good trade. Hold on. What did I see up here? Oh, C-Melly. I'm going to call him T-Melly. My guy got a tea time on a Tuesday. Must be nice, C-Melly. Hey, we can't, We're inspired. Let's just say that. Hey, Nick, is the wick only relevant on the candle close and direction we want to trade? Example, no bottom wick now on the 15-minute and 30-minute. It's not an issue. No, it's not much of an issue for, like, let's say the candle closed, right? And it closed without that lower wick. I think this is kind of what you're asking about. Like if it closed like this, right? So it doesn't concern me. I'll still take that trade. Like I would like to see that, but I don't need that. If I do see it, I'll add like a contract though. but I don't need that low to break or anything like that. It's just nice. It's a little added confirmation, right? But let's say we don't get that. We get this. I'm still going to have a buy stop there. Yeah, break of the highs to move up. Now, what'll happen later, right, is later on, if we start ranging a little bit up here, and we get all these rejections from the top side, right? Let's just say like, oh, price tried to go up again, but it couldn't, and it finally broke out of the range. Very similar to like what you see here. Then I think that was Adam, right? Then Adam, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pay attention to that wick now, and I'm going to go, hey, you know, maybe on this move down, we can come into that zone, which is 36 there, and that's when I'll kind of pay like attention to that candle again, right? So my target now is going to be down here. Right, and I'm gonna, you know, look to, obviously I would close partial still right here because you got all that, but then my goal, right, my idea would be for that candle to come down there, give that other candle a bottom wick from earlier, and then who knows, right, then it could kind of switch up from there. So I don't really need it for the buys in this situation, but I will target it later for the sells if we get that opportunity. Good question, good question. So look, we broke the highs there. So anyone that gets in on that celery now, this is a perfect example of, again, experience really pays me these days at another level, right? So if anyone took those buys, I completely understand why you would do that, right? But again, I also completely understand the markets and the nature of them. And I know not to get in on the impulse trade when this candle is closing strong bearish like that. Right, so that's the reason I didn't get in on the impulse idea. Now, if once we get a fresh closure above, that's going to make a lot more sense. So if you did take that and you're hanging out in drawdown now, I think you should still be good. But you know, just jot that down as take a note. You know what I mean? Take a note. I think the note would just be just relax a little bit more. Just chill. Remember, great trades come to you. They all come to you. Greenery is in the building. What up, Green? Oh, the video title says Wednesday. Holy Green, don't even start. Don't even start. Let me change that real quick. Let me just change that. It's Wednesday. It's Tuesday, bro. It's Tuesday. It is the 8th. It is the 8th, though. I know it's the 8th because yesterday was the 7th, which was Maverick and C. Melly's birthday. Salute. Salute. Yeah, look at this. Breaking the lows now. Yeah, I don't want any part of those longs yet. Nothing. Nothing. Yeah, C. Melly trained the whole TTE meetup on how to golf on whatever day that was. Top Golf night. You need more wick, less body for impulse. Boom. Couldn't have said it any better, Shakes. You need more wick, less body for impulse. That's, I never actually thought about it like that. Very true. Like I did, but I never really sat there and put those words together. So true. So true. So true. What did he say? What did he say? You need more wick, less body for impulse. Heck yeah. Okay, cool. So now that this candle here closed with no lower wick, then there's probably a chance that we push down a little bit now and then we start to come back up. So we'll see if that happens. And if it does, remember, we drew this opportunity up as well, right? If you go back to the beginning of the live stream today, you'll see the three options that we have to take positions today. So guess what? All we do now is we sit tight, we chat, we talk, we answer questions, we hang out, and we wait, right, for that one of those three options to present themselves to us, and then we execute to make money. That's all it is that we're doing here in trading. That's it. That's it. It's not like your job where you have to be on top of things and you have to do a bunch of things all throughout the day. Trading is very simple, right? You draw up your plans in the morning, in the beginning of your session, and you just simply hang tight, wait for those opportunities to fall right into your lap. That's it. That's it. I'm detached from the concept of time. I think so. I'm like, Aaron, you want to go to the gym? I forgot it was 4 in the morning. He's like, no, let's go later. I'm like, all right, you're right. You're right. All right, let's see. Would you have impulsed it if it closed weak bearish? Yes, I would have, Ken. Yep. I literally said out loud to myself, be disciplined, but 30 seconds later I set the buy stop. Deserved loss. Yeah, it's okay. It's a lesson. It's a deserved lesson because you're designed to make it big in life. So I think it's a blessing to have a lesson like that, because I'm sure the majority of the people you know aren't even attempting to do anything great with their life. So W to you, and enjoy the learning phase. Good morning, Norbin. How we feeling, G? Good to see you. Good to see you. My man, the newest elite member. So we're going to open the elite program in August, like I said I would. So next month. So anyone who's been tightening up and gearing up for the elite program, then we've got about 3 spots that are going to open in August. So we went from opening them like every month to every other month, and yeah, so August will be the green light for the elites. Green, how we feeling? Z Gamer, how we feeling? How you doing? How do I close partials on top 1 futures? If you're in a buy position, and let's say you want to close, let's say you have 2 contracts open, you want to close half of them, you just right click, go to limit sell, and then if you have 2 open, you want to close half, just hit 1, and then you can just drag that line wherever you want. Yeah, and then once this line gets hit, 1 out of your 2 contracts will close. So if you got 10 open and you want to close half, just adjust the number to 5, right? If you have 4 open and you want to close half, adjust it to 2. Do I have a crash course? I do. It's within the clubhouse. It's exactly that. I mean, it's a super clean course. They're like 8, 9, 10-minute videos on every single topic and concept that I use to basically pull money from the markets on a daily. Yeah, join the clubhouse. The clubhouse comes with a course. It comes with about 40 hours of pre-recorded webinar content on all these concepts as well. It comes with 4 live streams every single day, and I think the biggest thing it comes with is a community and a group of winners that are gonna sharpen you up to be winner. Like every single person in the clubhouse is on the same page. So when the new people come in nowadays, they're just on that page. It's awesome. Right? There's no wasting time for any new members. They're like, hey, it's not only this crazy Nick guy that's really killing it. All these other guys are killing it, and they just immerse themselves right into that. And just a lot of momentum in the clubhouse. So join up, let the momentum carry you on, and just do what the winners are doing. How long is it going to take? Just drank my monocreatine. Let's go. Let's get it. The elite is not cheap. It is not cheap. It is only reserved for those who really want to get it. And it's designed like that. The elite is also a 1-year mentorship program. It's either 6 months to a year, depending on how you want to use it. Does that partials close work on forex? No, that's only top 1 futures. Yeah. Are you using Trade Locker, or what are you using for the forex one? Johnny Gems. Where is he? Oh, you got your camera fixed? Okay. Where my boy Magnus Clinkley? He must be still sleeping. He's still sleeping.
Yo.
What's poppin'?
Oh, man.
How we
poppin',
feeling?
bro? Feeling incredible.
Excellent. Excellent. Let me
Yes, sir.
make co-host. Boom,
Blessed and
boom.
highly favored. Grateful to be alive. Let's go. New week, baby.
Coming off a hot weekend. A hot weekend.
Hot weekend, bro. Busy weekend.
Yes, sir.
Yo,
Oh,
what's good, chat?
MT5. I forgot how to close partials on MT5 to be honest, man. Bro, I used to
Yo,
use
right?
why isn't this what's it called? Magic keys. So man, I haven't even closed partials on MT5 platform in like years. It's been a
Yo,
minute.
if you're closing partials on MT5, if you don't know how to, well, if you have like 10 lots in, or I should say a standard lot, 1.00, right? And you want to close partials and you want to take half out, well, then just, um, I think it's sell 0.5. Like you have to minus the lots. That's all. That's the only thing different. Like you have to take out the lots you want to, to take off the table. Yo, what's good, chat? How y'all feeling? Happy New York session. I'm ready to be patient and disciplined to the plan today.
Same. Dude, yeah, that trade you took earlier was money. I think DJ Scratcher sent it in. I thought that was great. I mean,
Yes,
look at
sir.
it. If you're bearish, right, due to that 4-hour candle,
Yeah, bro.
right, then that right there looks pretty damn good. You have nice clean
Look,
range coming down, so I probably would have took this too if I was in
yeah,
pre-New York today. Yeah, I mean
yeah, man.
you had the range. What was it?
60 pips.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, good trade.
Yeah, thanks, bro. You had a fresh breakout off of fresh resistance with 60 pips of clean range, following the higher time frame bias. I mean, the probabilities were in the favor to move down. It just didn't work out.
Yeah, a little resistance, nice clean range. Look good.
Yeah,
Look
I'm
good.
at. I'm happy I took that trade, man. I'm here to execute. I'm here to execute the edge, not focus on individual outcomes.
Of course.
All an individual outcome is, from what I'm learning, is statistical noise. I'm looking to just execute the edge every single day, with the same business plan of the casino.
We are the casino, baby.
Yes, sir. So like traders, this is where we rewire our mind, to think that way right here, right now, today.
Yeah.
Live action.
Aaron got a lot of sleep last night.
Yeah.
He said, "I got more. You got more
Bro,
sleep? Yeah, that's good. That's good. I kept sleeping too."
bro is knocked out, bro. Well, before we even opened the cake, before we even had birthday cake for Maverick,
He's gone.
man was already knocked out. Yeah,
Yeah.
Adam, we have experienced a little bit of low volume time, in pre-NY the last couple weeks. That could be due to several things, several reasons. There could be something in the fundamental news going on, but we also know every session, every edge, has hot streaks, cold streaks, so maybe it's hitting a little cold streak. That's really it. That's all I can really think of.
Yeah.
But that's a time where we've seen volume, we've seen clean moves during, the pre-NY time multiple times before. So all it is uncertainty, really.
Yeah, pre-NY usually has like 1 hour of a nice volume candle. So it's kind of like London. Like New York session is really the only open wide session, right? Like even London is like a 2-hour deal. Like you're either getting that big move on the pre-London candle or you're going to get it on the London Open candle. Like, so same thing with pre-New York. It's like you're either getting that move in that first hour candle from 6 to 7 or 6:30 to 7:30, and then if it doesn't happen, it's most likely going to slow down for NY Open, right? So either NY Open, which is 8 a.m. Eastern, but I'll be honest, this year I've seen way more of the moves come in at 9:15, 9:30 than the 8 a.m. Open. So
Right.
yeah, but that's where the pre-New York moves have really come in clutch, is having that volume come in on certain days being able to take a winning trade and then let NY Open just do its thing, and then potential second trades around, NYSE, which is pretty much what this year has consist of. I think most of our trades have been like either 1:30 a.m. Eastern, 3 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Eastern, or 9:30. Yeah. So
Right.
it's funny how like different years also throw different things at you too. So that's why it's so important to run through the cycle, like the yearly cycle, just hammering away on one system, one strategy in your trading business. Because if you don't do that, if you don't get laps around the sun, so to speak, like in that system, then you don't really understand the seasons of it, the details, the nuances of it. Like there's a lot that goes into this stuff, but most people never stick to the same system long enough to actually learn how to trade. It's sad, honestly. It really is. It really is.
It is, bro. And I mean, that is technically the purpose too of having a trading plan, right? Like a consistent guidance of through uncertainty, right? You need guidance through like uncertainty, which is what, your plan will do for you, your trading plan.
Yeah, and it's like, it's not that individuals don't want to be successful in trading. Like that's clearly not the case. It's just that they can't stick, right? It's like you got to learn to commit to things, right? If you commit to a certain system, the first time it shakes out a couple losses, you can't, put your head down, turn around, and just go try and find something else. I mean, you'll never get anywhere in this type of game if you do that, right? Yeah. So you got to stay true, stand tall, be tough through the process, through the learning process, so that way you can get to the earning process, and then look, it becomes extremely simple at that point, right? I mean, look how simple I keep this every day. It's so simple, right? People complicate this. Yeah. And they'll lose their money, right? And it's just there's no need to do that.
Fair, bro. And like you said, bro, it could be any little thing that can get you off your edge too. Like one thought, one trade can really make you stop trading. One emotion, like if I would have got emotional off that loss today, I could have, revenge traded or stopped trading my plan, on the next trade, or I could go the right path, and just eat the loss. Understand it's a business expense, and just keep executing my edge. Understand that my edge will make back my losses for me.
Yeah. How many people here have you ever got into a trade that you probably shouldn't have got into, and you took a loss, and like it wasn't really that big of a deal in terms of your P&L, in terms of just whatever, but it was a big deal to you because you knew like, well, you broke the plan on that and you probably shouldn't have taken it. And then that will start to lead into like revenge trading. So it could be, and you could stop right there. Like there was one time in a London session where I got into a trade that I really didn't like, and I lost that trade. And I didn't go to bed after the London session, right? I stayed up and I tried to fight this thing back, right? And that I could have literally just got off the charts, waited for New York session, and took another good trade, right? But instead, that one little mistake or that one little emotion took hold of me and kept me at the desk, right? From between London and New York. And it wasn't a peaceful time. It was like a war going on, right? I'm like, how do I get it back? I got to wait for the candle. And that candle didn't close how I wanted it to. All right, let me go down to a lower time frame. Let me see if I can get some idea there. I don't usually do this, but it might work today. And then boom, you suffer another loss, right? And you're like, damn, no way. And then you just keep going until the account's blown, right? And that one little emotion triggered everything. They call it, in the forex mindset, they call it it's called emotional hijacking, right? Where your emotions hijack your thought process, and now you're no longer able to think logically. You're only thinking and trading based off emotions, and this is how traders fail. So that's why I said relax. Mm-hmm. Just chill, right? Just chill for a minute. Like if you take a loss and you don't like it, then that means you should not take another trade anytime soon, because you may not be able to handle it, right? And if you take another loss, look, no one wants to end the day $300 drawdown. No one, and if that's the case, no one wants to end the day $600 in drawdown, right? So you're going to obviously keep fighting that because you don't want to end the day So you don't want to end the day negative 300. So you try to battle back, and now you get to negative 600. So if you didn't want to end the day negative 300, you certainly don't want to end the day negative 600, right? So now you're going to try and get that back. And this is where things get rough for traders, right? And I've been through all of that stuff, so I know how it is.
And it goes from fine to not fine, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's okay to take a good loss, but it's not okay to revenge trade and go off the edge now, right? Like, so we don't want, and that's all based on your beliefs, right? So it's all a delusion. Like, it's not bad that you took a good loss. You just think it's bad, right? And then that belief makes you trade your beliefs, right? Because we're not trading the markets, we're trading our beliefs about the market. So your belief about one loss that's bad, that's a good loss. Now you're gonna trade that, right? Which is, I'm a bad trader, right? It's just attached to negativity,
and the outcome
and now
of that.
you're trading that.
Oh my God!
Right?
And then instant regret, right?
And then instant regret. Of course,
and regret.
At the end of the day, we're either paying the price of discipline or regret. So you're either being disciplined or you're regretting your decisions, right?
And let me emphasize this: regret and shame are the lowest levels of frequency. So now you're operating at the lowest vibration throughout the rest of that day, which obviously most people don't even think about. But yeah, man.
Right.
Shame, regret, and all that is the lowest level of frequency. So now you just really just tarnish yourself. And that's how we shoot ourselves in the own foot. That's how we are our own worst enemy. So if you can understand that's somewhat of human nature, you can begin to combat that. Does that make sense? You can begin to become a warrior against that and do what I do and do what John does and improve your life and separate yourself from the masses. So, but if you don't know it and if you're not aware of it, then you just think, well, that's just how I am. My grandpa was like that. No. All right, enough with that, right? You're just at a low frequency.
This is why a trading plan always protects you from you, right? A trading plan protects you the most, and it protects you from you the most as well. So you don't know that until you consistently follow it, you know?
Yep. And what happens when you stay patient and you don't take, like anyone who is in this celery play is hanging on for dear life right now, right? Because they probably got their stop sitting. It probably was here, but then they dragged it down to here, right? And they're just hoping that level holds. So, again, waiting and being patient will allow you to feel how I feel right now, where I don't care what happens, right? I'm just chilling. I'm just waiting. And I'm happy that I was patient there. I'm happy that I was disciplined there. So guess where my frequency is? Extremely high, right? I'm like, hey, like I stuck to my word and that was it. So when you do that, this is where you raise your energy and you raise your frequency and you're able to see everything throughout the day much better, right? And especially when it comes to trading. So I'm still going to sit here and hang tight. But I'll be honest, if I took a loss here, I'll be gearing up for a trade right now. Like something's got to make sense right now for us so we could take another trade so we don't have to leave on that, right? But I didn't. So now we're just sitting here chilling.
Amen, bro. So this is how it is. Ready? Good trades are a part of the edge. Bad trades are not a part of the edge. You take a good win, awesome, it's on to the next. You take a good loss, awesome, it's on to the next. You take a bad loss, it's okay, let's learn from it and move on and start taking good trades again according to the edge. If it's a bad win, then okay, let's learn from it, let's move on, and let's go back to trading edge, right? That's the mindset, during those situations that you may face in trading. That's got to be your mindset.
Can you share with them that one tweet that you have saved of mine? Because I think this tweet about like breaking your plan and stuff, because this tweet is epic. And if you can really understand what I mean in this tweet, I think something could change in you. Like you could snap out of it a little bit. John's gonna pull it up. I think he has it saved, right?
The tweet, was it a tweet that I posted?
No, the tweet that I posted about breaking your plan and disrespecting yourself and all that.
Yeah, let me see. I should have it.
You pulled it up the other day
find it
on the webinar.
Did I?
Yeah.
I think that was a tweet about the higher time frames that we were talking about. We were talking about the higher time frame, lower time frame correlation.
All right. So basically, the tweet was every single time that you break your plan and you basically go against your system, you disrespect yourself and all the work that you've put in, all the time, right? You're just slapping yourself in the face, slapping all the work that you've put in over the course of the months or the years. You're just disrespecting yourself, right? Every single time that you go ahead and break that plan. Does that make sense? Like, it's just a complete smack in the face to all the work that you've put in, and you'll realize that the easy way or the hard way, right? So I'm just trying to tell you now so you can, get it the easy way, but I've learned the hard way. Many people have learned the hard way, and you're going to learn one way or another.
Yeah. Facts, bro. Every time you break your plan, it's an insult to you and your family, though, for real. Every time you break your plan, you're taking one step backwards in your process.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you were thinking of a different tweet, though. Someone just sent it in the chat.
Yeah.
It was about the higher time frame, like lower time frame correlation.
Oh, okay.
Still another gem, though.
Oh, this one? Oh, yeah. The amateur trader looked. Yeah. I feel like I thought you brought that other one up, too.
Oh, yeah. No, this was the most recent one you were talking about. I got a bunch of gems. I got a bunch of gems from Nick in my phone. I would have to go through and look at it and find it, because there's definitely one on what we're talking about now. Yeah,
and now all sellers are out. They're probably going to move down here, and they might survive. But this is not a healthy thing to do, right? To imagine your original stop loss being here, and now you sitting where this candle's moving down heavy with a stop loss right here. So out of this group right now, out of how many people are here? 300 plus 1,000. So it's over 1,300 people here. I know there's someone in this chat that has done that today, right? And they're about to get stopped. And just take it as a lesson. Every lesson is a blessing. Every mistake is a lesson. The song, the quote, right? The quote in that song, right? I don't make mistakes. Mistakes make me. But they only make you if you could learn from them, right? So this is where you got to really take what we're saying and really begin to apply it, gang. Look, we know what we're doing here, right? We know what we're talking about. We've been trading the markets for many years. We've done it live in front of people, right? We know what we're doing. So if you could just really listen to it and take it, get the ego out of the way and just pay attention to the pros. I mean, I hate to talk like this about myself, but like, we know what we're doing out here, like when this comes to this trading thing. So just listen good, man. Just be a great student. The only reason I'm able to be up here is because I'm an excellent student, man. That's it. I've paid very close attention to people who have what I want in life, and trading is just one of them. So I'm only going to steer you guys in the right direction. I promise you. The reason I didn't take this trade here is just because in real time, we talked about if this candle closes strong bearish, which that looks pretty strong to me, then we have to wait for a bullish closure, right? We have to wait for a bullish closure above. And then once that happens, then we could take the trade. The only way I was going to take this sell, so how would this buy be takeable, right? Or if that's even a word. So you would have needed this. So you had almost no wick on that bullish candle, right? And then you have a strong bearish closure. So that just does not make any sense to take a buy, right? You had a strong bearish closure back below. 0 cents right there to take a buy, right? On the impulse here, on the celery. So see what happened? It popped up. It entered everyone who planned on taking buys there. It came back down. It closed like this. And now look what's happening, right? You got all this push straight down into that zone there. So now all the sellers are wiped out. Right, so if you do, all the buyers now are wiped out on that previous trade. So now if you do close above here, for the patient traders, they'll typically get a smooth push, right? Once you get a new fresh closure, typically you'll get a nice little lower wick and a nice clean push to fill that range because all the liquidity has been grabbed, right? So even though that doesn't look like much happened there, gang, there's millions and millions of buy orders and buy stops sitting right there. Millions of dollars, right? And then if that's the case, then what's down here? Millions and billions, 99 billion in stop losses down here, right? So the market understands that. It understands that, right? So that's where you see the big push down, and I bet you the nice clean move comes at 9:30, 9:45. Just watch. Just wait on it. I've set up cameras in your room. Yeah. Hey, the reason I could joke about everything is just because I've been through it all. So the reason I can so well read your mind and stuff is because I've already gone through it.
Did it.
Hi, Kingston. How are you, buddy?
You already gone through it.
That's what I'm saying. Like, we know what we're doing. Like, we've gone through the mistakes that you're going to have to go through. So we're trying to save you that time. That's why we're up here. Right, Kingston?
Okay, man.
Billions and billions.
Yo, you said my boy Magnus was sleeping?
I don't know. He might be. He's not here.
Magnus, check.
Viking check. What? What is that? Car?
Yeah, Fire Gems dropped today. Yo, Aaron dropped that tweet in the chat, actually.
Oh, he did?
In Clubhouse, yeah.
How much horsepower on the Porsche? I think it's like 500. I think it was like 520 or something in the Porsche. Yeah, here it is. Here it is. Yeah, there it is right there. So every trade that you take outside of your trading system is an insult to yourself, to the time and effort you put into trading, and to your self-respect. Respect yourself, trust your abilities and your system. It will become easier and easier for you to follow your system, and the wins will be bigger and better. If that doesn't explain my journey in trading, I don't know what will.
Right.
Seriously.
Yeah, I had to read that again. It's disrespectful to break your plan, chat. To yourself, it's disrespectful. That's the other thing too. Like, you're only hurting yourself, you know? Like, you don't hurt me or Nick from not following your plan. You hurt yourself the most, which sucks, you know? So let that motivate you, push you to follow your plan.
Yeah, you hurt your wife, right? Who's counting on you? Who said, "Baby, I promise you, you're gonna have the #1 lifestyle in the world. You ain't ever gonna need to go back to work. I'm gonna upgrade your wedding ring. I'm gonna get you. You ain't even gonna have a budget anymore, baby. You married the man, right?" That's what you're saying, but then you're disrespecting that by breaking your plan, and you're forgetting why you're doing this. You're getting caught up in the noise, right? You're getting caught up in the materialistic facade, right, that goes on here. So stick to the script, right? Freedom. Remember what you promised yourself. Remember what you promised your family, and make moves inch by inch, yard by yard, every single day. That's it. Yard by yard.
Yep.
Well, look at that move. Wow. That's insane. So yeah, that's who you gotta look at. You know, you're not hurting me. You don't have to come apologize to me, right? You gotta look at your kids in the eyes, man. You gotta look at your wife in the eyes. Some of you guys, you're like, screw the kids, screw the wife. I'm just trying to get out of my job, right? Maybe you don't even have kids or a wife. Well, you know, every single time you disrespect yourself, you insult, you know that, and just like John said, you take a step back. Heck, I think you take 3 or 4 steps back when you break your plan, because not only do you lose a trade, you lose respect for yourself, and then you got to gain that back up. So it's more than just a trade.
It's all right, bro.
He's so cute. Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate that. Oh, wait.
Hey,
Are you talking about Kingston? Sorry. Gold gonna tank. Tanky, no top wick here though. So we'll see what's gonna happen. What time we got? 9:15. Cool. So we'll see what 9:15 brings us. We'll see. We might even get like a 30-minute fake out here. We'll see what happens. If the 15 closure happens above excuse me, then I'd be pretty interested in going long here again. But if we start breaking that 4-hour low, right, and we get closures now below these ranges, I think everything's gonna set up to move down. Yeah, the
Wow, we're
fake.
coming back down.
So the fake out went down earlier, right, at 6:30 or whatever it was, where you liquidity grab there, right? So a couple liquidity grabs here today. A couple of them. I'd say here. I'd say here. I'd certainly say here, right? And now we'll see if we can get a clean move out of it now. This is the last day we eat ramen noodles, I promise, honey.
Damn, bro.
What exhaust am I getting? I'm getting this puppy. Where'd it go? Oh, what happened here? Hit escape to exit. Okay.
Show us, bro. Let's see this beast.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, I think it's gonna go with, I think I'm gonna go with this one here. So this is Gaetani or whatever, Gaetani. Yeah, they make Porsche. They make Porsche, exhaust, Lamborghini, Ferrari. So I think this is the one right here. I have just about 15,000 in trading profits on my live account. So I think that's the move with that 15K, some of the 15K. It should sound amazing.
Looks like it.
Crypto popped a little. A little pop, a little pop. Just wait on it. Magnus hit me with the dark mode on Zoom here, man. His eyes must have been burning last night.
How was London, chat? Clubhouse, how was London last night? Any good trades? Were you trading, Nick?
It was deep. I was listening to Aaron and Magnus and George and them just talk. There wasn't much opportunity though.
You didn't pop on?
I popped on. I didn't do any talking. I wanted them guys to share.
Got you.
Sometimes I'll be honest, I don't like taking over the show. You know what I mean? I don't know.
For sure.
I like watching people level up. I like seeing them guys step into their, into their zone and stuff. Because I come on, the attention's all on me now. You know what I mean? So I like these guys know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. I've trained them well, so.
Absolutely. Yeah, I popped in at like London Open. I didn't really see much happening.
I have not taken a trade today. No, not yet. No. Oh, I don't care about the horsepower, Orange fan. I just care about the noise. It might be dumb to you, but not dumb to me. All right. When you get your GT3 RS, you get whichever exhaust you like. I was looking at this one too, the Valtronic one, which is nice. I think they both sound pretty good. I think this one sounds like the more the sound I'm looking for, like a deeper sound. But this one ain't bad either. It's on sale too. Nobody knows nothing. Top One Futures is TTE. Yeah, so if you go to top1futures.com, put TTE, you'll get the discounts. I'm trying to get my neighbors to no, I'm just kidding.
Have they complained yet?
No. How could they complain? I'm the nicest guy on the block.
Nick Stewart's their neighbor.
very hard to
Who's-
complain when every time I see you, I'm asking how you're doing, how your kids
Yeah.
are, what you've been up to today, if there's anything I can do for you, if there's any way I can pray for you. It's very difficult to come over and say, "Okay, lower that damn car." You know what I mean? It's just
True.
they're like, "That's the Nick guy." I mean, that's the Nick guy. I mean, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
Just be a great person. For
Actually, some of you guys see my neighbor, and my neighbor loves the car. She's this older lady.
Yeah.
She's just in love with the car.
She's like, nice car.
Yeah, every time she sees me.
People are like, do your neighbors have a problem with that? Meanwhile, your neighbors are like, what's up, big nice car? We love it.
That's hilarious. Made 500 earlier in Asian. Nice. And did nothing the whole day. I like that. Sounds like a good day.
Such a great day.
Let's see here. Hey, what up, Austin? Austin Style in the house. Yeah, the blue hatch, man. You gotta. I mean, the exhaust now on the GT3 RS sounds incredible, but yeah, it's gotta be better. It's gotta be louder. We need it louder. Austin, how you doing, bro? Long time no see, man. How you been?
What's up, Austin?
Got employees at Walmart and Texas Roadhouse showing love. This guy Aaron's probably like, who is this guy, bro? Everywhere we even went to get the cake for Maverick yesterday. I see like 2 people I know. It's like I don't even know how I know people out here, to be honest.
Right, bro.
Everyone's like, "Yo, Nick, what's good? Take her for a ride." Oh yeah, we do a
You
little
just love
ride.
to talk, bro, to others.
Yeah, I just genuinely
You just
like
added value
conversating
to
with
people.
others. Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah. Yo, Aaron, W day yesterday, bro. That waffle cone looked insane.
That waffle cone put Aaron out. He was
Yeah.
out. Like Buster Douglas put Mike Tyson down, bro. He was down.
Bro, Aaron, what was it? Cookie dough and Oreo, bro? Insane, man.
Waffle cone sent
Sent
me
you right to bed.
Damn. Sheesh.
Magnus would be like, wow.
Wow. He said, wow. He's shocked about American culture.
Yeah, he is.
All right, 15 minutes shaping up here. We might have something coming together at 9:30, so we'll see how this candle closes. And let me see that 4 hour again. Yeah, I don't know why we're coming back up if we broke those lows, right? So if we are breaking the lows, we shouldn't come back up. So if we are, there's a chance that maybe we could start pulling back up on the daily candle, and the 4 hour can start to actually, because we got 30 minutes left. So if the 4 hour is going to create a support, it's going to happen right here, right now, right? And that support is going to look something like this if we want to move bullish, right? So that's our opportunity to take our buy from here to here and then get the heck out, right? And what that will look like on the 15 will just be this little, push up. That's it. We're still trading in the chop, so we're still obviously in a danger zone here, I would say. So I would go a little bit lower on my contract size, but overall, everything looks pretty clean to move back up if we can get a nice closure here on the 15. We're still in the combat zone.
Right. Yo, JP, my man. How you doing, bro? What's the name of the trading book that I quote often or read? Yeah, so there's 2 I'm thinking of. One is the Forex Mindset, and who is that by, Nick, again? Jared Martinez.
Yeah.
Right, I think?
Yep.
So the Forex Mindset's one of them, and then the other one I usually like to quote is Trading in the Zone from Mark Douglas. Yeah, those are the 2 that I'm thinking of.
Yes, sir. What challenge do you recommend with Top 1 futures? Yeah, so I always say, like, if you're starting to string together some profitability and you're making some money, you're seeing some consistent green weeks or whatever, then I would go with the instant funded. you know, because that tells me you pretty much know what you're doing. Like if you can look back like on your charts and say, hey, look, I mean the last couple weeks, right, it's green is overtaking my trading, then I would just go with the instant funded, right? Because you know what you're doing at this point, you know what trades to take. Now you can move along and just kind of use your skill set to make money like I'm doing. But let's say you're still like in a bit of a learning stage, and you don't have those green weeks stringing together and stuff like that, then I would just make a small investment into one of the evaluation accounts and just continue to work on getting better there. And then the straight to funded, yeah, the pro accounts are good actually. Our guys are actually crushing it on the pro accounts. It's the whole like whatever it is, the daily drawdown really isn't affecting us too much. It's really not. I was just scrolling on Facebook, seeing the GT3 RS and the link to the YouTube. Oh, wow. I didn't know there was a link there. And I'm live. Yes, I'm live. Glad to see you guys crush. I remember you and Frank selling energy drinks 13 years ago. Yes, brother. Yes. See, chat, I'm not lying. Austin, can you? Yeah, I'm not lying here, right? Like we've been trying to make our dreams a reality for a very long time. And look, I mean, that's typically how it goes. It takes a very long time to bring your dreams into reality, but a long time compared to what? Right? Because if I became financially free at 29 years old, which I did, right? And I worked from 20 to 29, and now from 29 to whenever the Lord wants to take me back, right? I'm assuming I'm going to live to at least 109, right? That means that that 9-year period, that small little decade, really wasn't that much time at all, right? Would you be willing to put in 10 years of hard work, grind, grit, when no one's paying attention, when no one's buying anything from you, when no one's listening to you? 9 years of that to live a life of freedom? I think it's well worth it. I think it's well worth it.
Definitely, bro. Small amount of time in your life.
Like you heard Magnus yesterday. I mean, I wake up every morning. I do what I love. My family's here. My kids are here. My wife is here. Right? We don't have any money issues for the last, since, like I said, I mean, I was pretty much financially independent at 29 years old, walked away from our jobs and all that stuff. You know what I mean? So is it worth it? I would do it again and again and again. I think it was worth every single moment, every setback, every failure, every adversity, every person that made fun of me, every time someone quit my business. I think it was all worth it.
Definitely worth it, bro.
And I'd do it again. And you know what's crazy? I knew it was worth it then because I remember specifically thinking in those moments that what I just explained to you, that this decade will be well worth it, honey, as we enjoy freedom, right? When we're in our 70s and we look back and we go, whoa, our 70s, our 60s, our 50s, our 40s, our 30s. Man, we've been financially free for 5 decades just because we were willing to put the work in for a short period of time, right? 10 years, again, in my opinion, that's a short period of time and it would be well worth it to live a life of abundance, to live a life of freedom. So, you just got to figure out if it's worth it for you. I always knew it was worth it for me, and that's why I always kept my head down and grinded. What up, Sparrow? Yeah.
This guy's the Top G chat. Make sure you're listening.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. All right, so we're moving back up. Crazy.
It's hard to describe it. Like, it's hard to explain, honestly, the way Nick lives. It's kind of hard to explain. You kind of just have to come and watch, and you won't have any words. Kind of like Magnus yesterday.
Yeah.
He came and watched how Nick lives in real life, and he had no words, really. Just wow.
It's called lifestyle by design. How many guys want to design your way of living, right? Instead of pushing with the wind, right? Wherever someone else tells you to go, you go, right? I don't like that. I never like that.
Oh, bro.
All right, 14 seconds, man. We're in some chop. I really wanted this candle to stay down, right? So we got some room here. I mean, we got some room. We're closing back above that range, which is good. We got about a 30 pip advantage point. We're not above our range here yet, so we know we're playing with a little bit of fire if we do take this trade. So I mean, this is going to be a low risk trade for me, right? At 9:30. Let me just remove a few things and kind of really look at what it is that we're seeing here. So you have about a 30 pip advantage point back up. I'd say about an 80 pip move coming up here. So the stops are sitting 87 pips currently on that 15, 30 minutes, not that much different. So I need to see a decent wick down so we can use that as our stop loss. Otherwise, I have no problem waiting for closures above 38 like we've been waiting for all day. Yeah, the only reason I'm even interested here is because it's 9:30 and I know we're going to get a bit of a push. So let's see. If we can get that steep lower wick, I'd pay attention to that push and, you know, I'd execute here on the break of the highs. But let's see if we could break that low a little bit and then move up in the next couple minutes. Mm-mm-mm. 16 years. That's right, brother. That's right. Yeah, dude. Damn. Honestly, I'm locked out of my Facebook. I don't even know how to get in that thing anymore. I think sometimes whatever I post on Insta goes onto Facebook though or something.
Yo, my man Angelo in the house. Yo, brother, it was the forex mindset. That's the one I said. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, so unless we get a steep wick here, I'm not too interested in the buys. I'll just keep my original plan for today, which was buys above here, you know, sells below there. So the only reason I'm interested here is because the volume's coming in, but I have no problem either waiting on 9:15 or a steeper lower wick there. Because pretty much that wick's going to be my stop loss. What would I say to a 26-year-old still losing money in challenges? The same thing I'd say to a 16-year-old or a 36-year-old or a 46-year-old is just find out why you're losing those challenges. You got to study your data. Trading is all about data. If you don't study your data, you don't study, right? You don't have anything to base results on. You don't have anything to make tweaks and adjustments on. So it's very, very dangerous if you're trading and not collecting data. So first thing first, you gotta see what your data says. What's happening to the losing trades, right? Where's the money going, right? So if you're making money, but then let's say you're making 1,000, but then you're losing 1,000. Right? You have to say, hey, well, where's that going? Because you're clearly able to bring money in. You're just not able to keep it. So you got to ask yourself, well, where's that 1K going? And what stupid trades am I taking that is leading me to that, right? So that's it. Study your data, study your losses, see where the water is leaving the boat, and then plug those holes, and, you should be creeping on some profitability.
Right. Simple.
It's a simple game. It's just most people aren't willing to study. They're not willing to put in the work, right? They just want to trade. I want to make money, right? And the only thing they don't do is make money. Oh, they trade. Oh, they get the trades in, right? But they're not studying the data. Therefore, if you don't study the data, you'll never be able to win at a high level. Let's just put it like that.
Right? Yeah, right, bro. Dudes are out. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Dudes are out here acting like Mr. Krabs. That's all I was gonna say.
Yeah, I mean, I have people that came through the elite program that they never journaled their trades, right? And the moment that they began journaling, all of a sudden it was like day and night in their trading, day and night, right? Now they were able to see what they were doing right, what they were doing wrong, able to make tweaks, able to make adjustments, and move on with it. Where another guy, and look, that guy could have been trading for 1 year. And now year 2, he's already profitable. Yet there's some other people who've been trading for 5 years and never look at their data, right? And then they're never profitable. So it's not about how long you've been doing this. It's about how quick you can recognize, become aware, eliminate the bad habits, keep the good ones, and trade very, very systematically. Oh yes, operating tower cranes, building. Oh, that's sick, dude. You gotta send a picture of that. I gotta see that. So you up on the top of these buildings with a crane?
That's wild.
That's insane. Oh, or are you on the street? Just bring it. Okay, I think he's on the street though, just pushing it up. Yeah, that's absolutely insane too. Okay, well, there's our lower wick for sure, right, on that 15-minute candle. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. The more I look at this, the more I like a 30 closure. Like, the more I look at this here, the more I'm like, you know what? I don't need to take a trade at 9:30 just because it's 9:30. I think if 9:30 can close like that, I think that's going to be the best move here. And we should have if that happens, we should have a straight push to fill that wick. Like, there should be no hesitation, no, like, you know, weird things going on in that trade. How many of y'all got in on the break of the high? Anyone? Without waiting on that lower wick?
It wasn't worth it.
It should still be good, but yeah, it's again another entry you probably could have avoided, and just with a little bit of patience, you know, you may have been able to sit tight and kind of wait. But I mean, it still looks good to go. Again, if you have stops, depending on where your stop is, yeah, it still looks good. But
yeah, nah, man. Closure above for me.
Either closure above or
15
celery. That's it.
It's only 15 pips at the end of the day, right?
Yeah, so like, I'm interested in a celery. If not, I want to see closure above. So if this candle can close very weak bearish in 8 more minutes, then I will be comfortable with having that buy stop there at that point, because we should make our way up. But if we don't get that, then yeah, it's going to have to be the closure. And that'll look clean, by the way. That'll look so good on the 30-minute time frame. If you get that, I mean, where do you think price is going if we do this?
Right. Where do you think the probabilities are higher than not we move in one direction?
Yeah. My risk per trade, I'm like a 1R trader, like a little over 1R. Yeah, so if you look here, so I don't look at it from an individual trade perspective. I just look at it from like a result, right? So the result of my trading, my average wins about 1,000, my average loss about $700. So I'm about a 1.5R trader. So, but look, that doesn't mean like on the individual trades, I might take 1R trades. I might take 0.8R trades, 0.7R trades, right? I might take 2R trades. It just depends on the trade in front of me that day. But I don't have a set, hey, I'm a 1R trader or a 1.5 trader. I customize my lot size on each individual trade based off of the current condition of that market. So that's how I do it. I personally think that's the best way. I learned that from multiple 8-figure trader. Right, so this is the way I approach the game, and I've been, you know, I was profitable before, but I've been way more profitable. I mean, look at my year so far. Like, this is, if you run a hedge fund, you want to hire me ASAP, right? I mean, look at that. That is just a healthy, consistent climb up for the whole year straight. It's not a straight run. It's dips in it, bumps in it, but a continuous push up, and that's exactly what you want to see. And I do that by, you know, executing every playbook setup. Don't execute on non-playbook setups, and then I size up or down accordingly in that trade based off of the current market condition. So it's a little bit, you know, little experienced trader style, but you know, if you can wrap your head around it, I would recommend you do it like that too. Just 8 more minutes. That's all. Hey, with the 8 ball, this guy, bro, Norbin. Holy smokes, this one's solid right here.
Nice,
wow,
Norbin.
We gotta save that. That's sick.
Nice. Yeah, yeah, right, DeMarco, looking like another rough day out there, man.
Don't show the SMB. The Liam brothers are calling. We'll give you 1 Bitcoin a year plus 50% of your profits. Just stop teaching everyone on that YouTube stream and come work for us. I'll be like, keep your Bitcoin. RR is irrelevant, said Raja Banks. It is. It is. I think Raja took that sell today too.
Oh, word? The one I took?
Yeah.
Great. That's what I love to hear.
The 1 hour time frame makes it so easy today.
Oh, Barry.
Literally. I'm happy to hear that everyone got to and from the meetup home safely. Mostly everyone is back home now. It was just such an epic week. Such an epic week. Started on Thursday and, right into Friday, and Saturday was just, I mean, who did you guys like that pad that we stayed at? Was that thing pretty cool or what, man? That was sick.
Bro,
I can't wait for all the footage to come out. I don't think I posted anything on Instagram at all yet. No, I don't think I did that.
Bro, what a weekend.
No.
Shout out everyone who pulled up, man. It was a pleasure getting to meet all of you and just touching up, man. Beautiful. Great. It was a great weekend. Did a lot of fun stuff. It was awesome.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, no, it was epic, man. That backyard was insane.
Bro. It was amazing, bro.
Hello, Hannah.
Started off with the all-you-can-eat steakhouse, then had an amazing day at the Airbnb, grilling, barbecuing, and then got to play some top golf the last day and hang out by the pool. Amazing weekend, man.
Yeah, that was awesome.
And on top of it, got to have fire conversations with everyone. It was awesome.
How many of you guys like that fireside late night chat? You see, that's why you gotta come early. You gotta stay late. You just never know when the cookie crumbs are getting dropped. I mean, it wasn't until we said something and it was, oh my God. I mean, you would have had to wait till 3 o'clock in the morning, 3:30 in the morning to get one of the best gems out of that weekend. Like that conversation that we were having out back on, I think it was Saturday night. Man, just amazing stuff.
That one was a deep one.
Just awesome. But, not everyone sticks around. And I'm always down to stay late. I'm always down to stick around to see who else sticks around, And, it's so funny because as the night goes on, the circle gets smaller and smaller. But the gems get bigger and bigger and bigger. So it's just epic, man. It's epic. Yeah. Yeah, we basically filmed the whole event, so we're gonna make a video on it. It's a vibe. But man, how cool was that place? That pad was so cool. That was
amazing.
Let me show you guys the pad. I think they even had a garage. Like they even had a 4-car garage there.
Right.
All right, we got a 4-hour closure coming up too, so we're just gonna wait on that now. It comes up in 15 minutes here. Yeah, man. Yeah, what a night. Where the Airbnb was wild. Yeah, it was good. Let me show you guys the Airbnb. It was pretty sick.
Trying to go back again today.
I might rent that for like a week just to hang out with the fam.
Yeah.
Eric P was on the grill. Jay Pipsky was on the grill. These guys were chefing. Straight up chefing.
Yeah, shout out the boys, man.
Yeah, check it out.
Amazing burgers from both of them.
So there was a gym in the garage, bikes, all that stuff going on. All of it. Basically everything you needed was in this spot. Big Magnus and Johnny Gems. The backyard was epic, man. So clean. TT merch coming soon. Quick free plug right there. Just wait on it.
Pipsky.
This thing was Pipsky. Pimsky.
Pimsky.
Yeah, shout out to Ricky. We had a bunch of people shooting, man. Shout out to Ricky. Mr. Mac was there. Tamra was shooting. Who else? Mr. Phil was shooting. We had Morgan shooting from I think he lives in Clearwater. It was epic. But yeah, man, this place was awesome. We look forward to having y'all on the next one and having your kids out there. And we just had such a great time, just building those relationships together and, you know, just coming together as a team and as a group and unifying a little bit. And it's always special.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It's a vibe.
Yep. If you weren't at this one, we'll see you at the next one. No worries. Just make sure you're at the next one. That's it.
Don't miss the next one. And if you're not following me on Instagram, don't miss my next post. It might just change your life. But we are planning the next. We plan on going to London next. So we'll be doing a big meetup out in London in the UK. So anyone from the UK, we'll let you guys know. We're going to start planning a bit ahead for this one. So that way we can even get some of our US traders over there and just other traders from around, you know, around the world. Because obviously we're worldwide at this point. So yeah, we'll do another one in Florida in the summertime, in the winter. And then we'll head over to London in the spring. So we'll do London in the springtime and Florida again in the winter.
Yes, sir. Where my London traders at?
And then this isn't like set in stone just yet, but me and Raja will be doing some sort of event in Dubai at some point in the winter time as well.
Amazing, bro.
Yeah.
I'll get to see my man Ben again. Ben, if you're in the chat, shout out Ben from Dubai.
Gleason? That's hilarious. Yeah, that would have been nice. The next meetup, yeah, sometime we're gonna do winter and spring. Winter in Tampa and springtime in London.
Sounds great.
Was down in Florida last year. Met up with Dalton and Vinny. Yeah, I was hanging out with Vinny maybe a year ago. Yeah, about a year ago now. I went down. I stayed over at his place for like a weekend. Oh, you're curious on how the green days changed from 2 to 3? It's just I didn't add the third one, you know, from Thursday, so just added it today. Y'all don't be telling me to upgrade the record when it's more wins. You guys only tell me to upgrade the record when after a loss or something, man. What's up with that? What's up with y'all, man?
That's how they be, bro.
Man, I don't put a losing trade on there for like an hour and it's like, yo, update that record. You took a loss. But I have the winning trade missing for, my goodness, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days. 6 days and no one told me to update the record. What's going on, man? What's going on? Still going to be 80 degrees in February? That's true. But it's better than 95. What up, Wags? Yes, we coming, man. We're coming.
Wags.
We'll see you soon.
Yes, sir.
We'll see everyone in the UK and London in the springtime. What lot size do I recommend on a $600 account? Probably like a 0.5. Look at that move down. 4-hour low broke. It's gone. Goner. So let's just wait on this 4-hour candle in 10 minutes. We'll see how we close here. Look at that. We spent 3.5 hours bullish on this 4-hour, and then the last 30 minute drove down. Gotta love the markets. Gotta love it.
Ain't that.
Only been here 2 weeks, but I wish I was in Florida. Yeah, Mark, we wish you were.
Yeah, man. Florida's missing you, bro.
Do you trade the stream Asian in London? Yeah, we do. We do it in the clubhouse. So we don't do all the streams live on YouTube. We do New York session live on YouTube, and then Asian, London, and pre-New York sessions. So there's 3 other sessions that we get together for every single day outside of this YouTube live stream. So, and that goes down in the clubhouse. So if you just hit ! Clubhouse, you can go to the website, timetoeattrading.com, and you can read all about it and see if it's something that you're interested in or looking to level up with. So we're coming down here now into that 15 support, which was really my target if we got that closure. So let's see how the 4-hour does here.
All right, chat. Pre-NY trades TP is being hit now. W. Let's go.
3 hours later. And it's
3 hours
finally
later.
tapped.
Awesome. That's the push we were looking for.
Yeah.
Should have held it. Yeah, right? Yo, where's DJ Scratches at? DJ Scratches, we talked about this, right? How we anticipate gold still coming down here later today, W.
Gold gets rug pulled. How come I use the 4-hour
Only if we
chart?
had that super big stop loss, right, Future Lore?
Yeah, that would have been nice. I do. I use futures now mainly, but I have another account here. It's a live account that I use. So this is forex. So I trade forex on this account. Yeah, this is Tora Markets. So if you hit exclamation point broker, you can use the same broker I use, which is Raja Bank's broker, his like US broker here. And yeah, I think it's pretty good. I'm gonna withdraw today, or yeah, probably today, about 14,000 from this account. And yeah, let's go from there. But so far, I like it. I like it. It's good. Spreads are good. It's nice. Commissions aren't too much. But yeah, this is the broker I use. I don't even use Tradeovate anymore with futures. I just have some personal cash, like 40. I put 30 grand in here. It was basically like my payouts for this year. And yeah, I just been building it up. So we're at like 44K now over like the last, 2 weeks? 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks. So
amazing.
I want to try and build this. I want to get this like over 100K and then pushing through the 100K and, multiple 6-figure account here.
You got it, bro.
Yeah, I got this. I got this.
You get to that point where you got multiple 6 figures, 7 figures in your personal account, you're chilling.
Yeah.
Big chilling.
Yeah. And that was always my
That's
goal.
what everyone looking to trade prop firms, honestly, y'all should be looking to reinvest those in personal capitals and look to grow your personal capital 6, 7, 8 figures. I personally think.
Yeah, you wait for when the time is right. Make sure you're profitable. Make sure you're making money, right, with the prop firms and all that. And then maybe, you take, let's say you make 10 grand or let's say you make 5 grand in a payout. You take, 2,500, you stuff it in a live account. You get another payout, you do the same thing. You keep half, you put half. You keep half, you put half. And yeah, eventually you'll look and then you start trading that account as well. And eventually you'll look over and you'll be, starting to move along on the P&L on that.
Yeah, bro. Yep.
Why don't you like the normal prop firms? Like, are you referring to like the CFD prop firms, like forex and stuff? If that's what you mean, I don't know. We got like screwed with a couple years back with a lot of those firms, and we just decided to stay away and move over to futures for the prop trading. Live accounts is where it's at. No rules. Yeah, the only rules are your rules, and then the prop firm is you make 10 grand, but you can only take 6, and blah blah blah. In your live account, you make 10 grand, you take it, and you can take it right there that exact day if you want. So you don't have to wait for your payout or your 6% or anything like that. And not that any of that's bad. I mean, you just strategically trade around that stuff, right? But man, it's so cool to trade your own capital and to have a nice live account.
To not have like a trailing drawdown is going to be great, once you're there, on the live account and stuff.
Yeah. And like now I can go buy this exhaust, right? So I could take literally trading profits and go buy that exhaust, right? Just off of my skill set. So I like live accounts. I like them. I've always liked them, but I like prop firms too. I think they're both great. I think they both have their own pros and cons, and it doesn't really matter once you have the skill set and you know how to be patient and disciplined. I think it's a cop out for like excuses a lot of times, like, oh, I don't like trading live capital. I don't do the prop firm thing. Blah blah blah. Like, I think it's just like your skill set isn't where it needs to be yet. So that's why you're having a tough problem or complaining. So, I think if the skill set's there, you can make money. Let's just put it like that. Right. It doesn't matter if it's a prop account, live account.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yo, we gonna go shooting today?
Yeah, I think we might go to the shooting range. So I'm beginning to lean bearish here now, gang. So now that this 4 hour is doing what it's doing, if we can pull back, right? So if this candle can pull back a little bit in the next 4 minutes, that'll leave this 4 hour candle with a wick, right? And we talked about the 4 hour moving down into that support here today, right? In the breakdown this morning. So I think if on the 15 minute, if we can get like this candle to potentially close above, and you get a nice little pullback here, right? Something like this, and then a clean closure below. This will be the 4 hour candle, right? Pulling back. So what the 4 hour candle will look like is something like this. Bearish closure, and then a move up, right? To create the top wick, and then a move back down. So this move up right here, right, will be represented by this move up right here. Does that make sense? And then if we start coming down and we get a closure below the range here, then we should go on and, you know, fill that wick and make our way down here. So I would like to see a little pullback, and then that would get me pretty interested in taking these shorts and flipping my bias and all that. What up, Ayush? Good to see you, brother. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. I know the stream said Wednesday. I don't even know. I didn't really know what day it was today. It's been the days have been all over the place, especially with people flying in and flying out and events here, events there. Yes, sir. My pleasure, Ahmad. My pleasure. What up, Midas Touch? Charts for stream? Yes, we'll take a look, and let's see how the candle closes first, and then we'll see. We'll look at charts for stream. So if anyone has any charts that you want to review, send them in now, and I'll take a look at them in like 5 minutes. But yeah, we want this candle to pull back. We really want to leave a wick here, right? So if we can kind of pull back somewhere up here, that would really be nice. And then we get that little leg up and wait for the closure below. So notice how I'm looking for sells, starting to gear up and look for sells now, just because when we got here earlier, the 4 hour candle looked like this, didn't it? Right? So we were anticipating that just maybe we can create support on the 4 hour to remain bullish all day, right, with the daily bullish candle. But now the 4 hour is starting to, you know, make another leg down here. So if it closes with no wick, I'm still pretty bullish, right? Because if we look left, right, let's just highlight this area here. If we look left, we'll see rejection, rejections, fake out, right, push back up. We have rejection, we have fake out, where price push back up there. So I'm going to use the data over here to the left to determine whether or not I want to keep, you know, stay looking for sells, or do I want to, you know, start looking for potential buys. And if this 4 hour candle closes with no lower wick in this overall rejection zone, then my bias really remains bullish, right? And stay with the daily bias there. So big closure here on the 4 hour. Does that make sense? Does anyone have any questions on that? This is like very important stuff here. Might go shooting? Yeah, I think so. I think we'll go shooting. We'll bring the big guns out for Magnus.
So we can do it.
We need more arrows. Five eggs for my boy. Yeah. Oh, I think I hear Magnus now.
Oh,
the Viking has risen.
He's like, "Where's my bagel with cream cheese?"
He said, "Where's my bagel?" Hey, we gave Maverick and his girlfriend bagels with cream cheese. They were in love. All right, it's good. Arrow Sassy's here, so that's good news. We need the arrow power now. I have a quick question. I've been very tempted to take sells from 61. If you see the upper gray zone, any reason why I should take those sells? Let's take a look. These ones up here, I think. Yeah. So I think at that time, just the 4 hour is very bullish, right? Like you're still moving on up on the 4 hour, so it's hard, and you know your daily's bullish as well. So it's very difficult to, Yeah, we got like almost no wick on that 4-hour candle, so I think I might remain bullish here. Yeah, I'll probably remain bullish. What time frame is this, by the way? 4-hour? Yeah, I mean, you see how it's a bit choppy here? A little bit choppy on the 4-hour, so it's hard to use like this candle as a confirmation, right? I think this one, not that bad, but you know, again, with the daily being bullish and the lower time frames being so choppy like that, it was hard to get in these type of sells. So I think it's a good area to sell from, you know, but then it's just a matter of will you get exactly what you're looking for entry, you know, because then we know we got to wait for the right signs to enter. So the zone itself, I think is pretty good. It's definitely a good spot to sell from, but the price action today specifically on the lower time frame wasn't really calling for those sells, right? Like just look at this, just nasty. It's just nasty price action there. Show us the schmear. Oh yeah, actually the lady definitely respected the schmear. I seen the bagel. It was massive.
They looked insane.
Do I believe in FVGs? Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I think whatever you want to call it, FVG, I don't know, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, I mean, they're there, you know. So I probably trade FVGs or SVJs or whatever we're calling them, but I just don't call it that, you know. So I'm sure I see it from time to time. I think we all trade pretty similar for the most part. We just look at concepts a little differently, most traders. I know we were looking to trade the range. I know we were looking to trade in the range on the 30-minute. There was a wick to be filled. This one right here, yeah. But again, like you see how steep that wick is compared to that body. Like that right there, to me, represents a rejection, right? Especially when you got price moving bullish here, right? I know we're kind of moving down there, but look, I mean, that's where we could have seen the continued move up, right? So I don't think it was that good of a trade. Yeah, the wick to fill. I think I was looking more so for buys there, just due to the current price action that's in front of us. So yeah, this looks to me more like a rejection than a wick to fill, especially the fact that we closed above that 15-minute range there. You see that one right there? So we closed above it too. So
Yeah, so you're talking about you like buys off support if we get that?
I think so. Yeah. I mean, look over here, right?
Yeah.
We got a clean move up, nice
Right.
move up. If we look left, can we get some more? We had a nice rejection off of that area there, moved up. We closed above, we moved up. We rejected here, moved up, right? We rejected here, we moved up. So yeah, closure above, made our way up. Yeah, I like it. 4-hour
Also-
closing with no wick, so that looks clean to me.
Daily bullish too.
Daily bullish, 4-hour no wick.
And then the 4 hours in that area as well. 4 hours been melting too for a while, and we're in that area that you talked about.
Wick rejection, closure above, push up. Wick rejection, push up. Closure above, pushed up. Rejection, pushed up. Rejection, pushed up. Fake out, pushed up. You know, so that's all right there in front of us. Never mind looking left even more, which is we just seen like more information, right, that we needed to the left. So yeah, if we just drive here, I mean, it's whatever, right? If we just move down, I really don't care about that. But just wait on it. 10, 15, 10:30 could potentially be a play here. And the move is clean back up now, right? We got a decently clean move back up here. Dun, 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 dun. We got a schmelter. Give me a minute. I'll wait for John to come back. Yeah, so this will be perfect too. So if we can come back up and close very weak bearish like this, I love this buy right here, right? You take have a buy stop on the break of the highs, and I would look to pretty much get in and out of this trade get in on the break of the highs and get out towards like 31. Close my partials there, and if price wants to keep running, I'll leave a little runner for that. Chill, Green, chill. We wait for that inverted seller here. Yeah, like a target tap concept. Yep. Little target tap concept, 4 hour, tapping into that zone, closing with very little to no wick, right? The idea was to push down off of that resistance and fill the range here, right? This range. So I would say we've just about filled that range. You see where that wick went to? Right to that support. So this is definitely starting to look like a target tap concept and a bit of an inverted celery play in about 9 minutes. 9 minutes. What's the name of my strategy? I don't know. There is no strategy. I haven't named it. It's like a little pet. This is Chico. This is my pet Chico. I have no idea. I didn't name it. It's the clubhouse strategy. This is Beethoven. How you doing, Beethoven? Yeah, that's that Beethoven strategy. Respect the Schmear strategy, maybe. Looks smart and the charts are clean. Any indicators? I don't use any indicators, no. I don't really have a name for it. I don't have an indicator. I just use strictly price action, and I use the time frames really well. So I correlate these time frames really well to build up the story, and typically like my trades, they last like 12 minutes. So I'm really just banking on like one single candle. You see, like average trade is like 14 minutes for me. Yeah. So I'm banking on one 15 or one 30-minute candle, and it takes patience, because you got to trade that candle by candle. Let's see reports. I think my average trade is about 15 minutes. Let me take a look. 14 minutes or so. Yeah, 13 minutes average hold time. So, yeah, 13 minutes average hold time, about a 70% win rate for the year. Yeah. Daily win rate is, or daily, keeping my profits every day is very high. I very rarely give my profits back. If I make money, I very, very rarely give it back. Pushing.
Yeah, so typically when you go green, you'll just end it.
Yeah. I take one good trade, I make $500, $1,000. I'm out of there. I do that times 3 accounts on the copy trader. I don't need that much. And wow, look at this move.
If you take a loss, you'll still be willing to take one good trade to make it back too,
Yeah, yep. All right. Well, now the target's officially been tapped. Holy smokes.
Oldie bleeding.
We got a blader.
Well, our analysis was money.
Oh, Euro USD. Trading the majors.
Hey, guess what? If it's 10:30 a.m. and there's no setups and I end up taking no trades here, that's fine too.
Yeah.
Preserve my capital.
We'll see. Let's see. All right, give me 1 sec. I'll be right back.
Bet. Yeah, I just hit 40 push-ups as well. This is your reminder to hit your push-ups and be disciplined to your plan. Yo, chat, what's popping though? How y'all feeling? How you guys doing today in the markets? What's up, Clubhouse? I know Clubhouse is doing great, of course. Some of us took the pre and Y trade, right? All right, awesome. As long as we took good trades today, that's all that matters, right? If I ask a trader, yo, how was your trade day today? They'll say, it was great, I won, or it was good, I lost. It's like, I don't care. Did you follow your plan is what matters most, right? So Nick did the same thing to me. He'd ask me, yo, John, how was your day? I'd be like, I won. He'd be like, I don't care. Did you follow your plan? I'd be like, no. Well, then is it a good day? Right? So as long as we followed our plan, then we're going to be guaranteed to be long-term winners, right? So Yeah, how'd everyone's day here go today? Good? Follow their plans? Didn't sleep well, just woke up. What's up, Crazy B? Good morning. Ooh, nice DJ scratches. Ab day for you. Awesome, man. Yeah, knock out 50 push-ups, man. Why not? Watching this is kill me. What's up, Captain? Yeah, man. Hey, man. Goldie's gonna do what Goldie wants to do. Here's the thing, right? The forex mindset taught me this. The markets will always be right. So the markets are gonna do whatever they want to do. They're gonna go up. They're gonna go down. They're gonna consolidate. They're gonna do whatever they want to do. And at the end of the day, they're always right, right? It's the trader who is sometimes right, sometimes wrong. Therefore, the trader has a greater responsibility of being patient, of being disciplined, coming with a plan, managing their risk, right? Us traders have a greater responsibility of doing things like that because we're sometimes right and sometimes wrong, and the markets are always right. So it's like we come in second. We come in second place, we come behind the markets in a way. But yeah, man, what I like to think about this bleeder is that the markets are just moving and it's not my move. If it was my move, I'd be in it. So we're just same process, patiently waiting for your move. We are just always patiently waiting for our move while the market moves. That's it. Least I could do is 40 push-ups. Yeah, right? Let's go, Angelo, W. Yes, sir. Not a bad day. Took one small loss. Amazing, Ben. Yeah, way to manage risk, man. I think you took the pre-NY trade, right? Yeah. Full stop loss would have got hit. So luckily we did manage risk on that pre-NY trade. So we did cut the loss. So that was great. But yeah, man, same here. It was a great day. I followed my plan. I took a healthy loss. That's how I look at my day here today. See YouTube. Incels 33, 39, sticking to the plan. Best of luck. Best of luck to you, sir. What's up, Morpheus? It's good, man. Everything's great. Just observing the market today. Awesome. Nice, Ronnie. Patient day. No trades yet. Yeah, Shakes. I'll be down for sales if we can create a new resistance, but we'll see. We'll see. Yo, Anir, let's go, bro. W Anir, great work, my man. Congratulations on those accomplishments, bro. All I can say is it's inspiring, bro. Inspiring and motivating to others. So I appreciate you sharing that, man. And yo, congratulations and great job. Great job, bro. Follow the playbook, he says. Wow. So my man gets great results. He's made 50K in payouts already this year. And his words of wisdom, his words of advice gain is follow the playbook. Wow, follow your trading plan and good things will happen. Just like the law of harvest, what you sow, you also reap. So if we sow good actions, we'll also reap good results. Amazing. And I was having a conversation with some people at the meetup this weekend, and we were talking a little bit about fear, and fear specifically of losing in trading. And what hit all of us was like, yo, why are we fearful? Why are we fearful when we have a reason to be fearless, right? That reason to be fearless is what? Our trading plan, our trading system. Our trading system and trading plan is statistically reliable. If you don't have a plan that's, proven to have success with statistical data, right? You need to get that. You need statistical data that's reliable so you have confidence, right? So we were talking about, yo, we shouldn't be fearless in trading. We shouldn't be fearful in trading. We should be fearless because of the statistically reliable trading plan, right? Out of 100 trades, we're gonna win 70 and lose 30. So therefore, any losses we do take over 100 trades, we're gonna make them back and then more. So it's like, why do we get so fearful when we should be fearless, right? So I wanted to talk about that here because we were having I was having a conversation with a couple of people at the meetup about that, and I think that's going to be a game changer on how we should look about fear, you know, in this game. And I think that if you guys look at it in that way too, you guys are going to have, you know, much more confidence and trust in your edges and, you know, and in yourself as well. But Goldie Melton.
Goldie Melter.
Might be my cue.
Might be the cue. Let's see. Let's see. I'm what time is it? 10:15. Yeah, I got time. I got time. So I'm still looking for positions here. Target has been tapped on the 4-hour, right? So target tap, very little to no top wick here. 1 hour, same deal. We're just about in the observation zone. 30-minute all running down very quickly here in the first like 15 minutes. So let's see if that was a fluke, if we want to move back up. If not, we may range right here. And if we do range here, then we'll probably just call it, you know, if it starts consolidating, because now it's going to get tough. It's going to get tough.
I feel less confident about the buys if we keep melting, you know, like I'm not going to want to buy if we keep melting.
I'll give this 4-hour target tap concept a shot if it makes sense. So there's a nice little range now, so we'll see if we can get out of it and then move up. But other than that, sells have been not good. Even this candle here, I would have never taken those sells. Yeah, you need a pullback, right? You need a little pullback and then a closure below to take those. Yeah, you never close below the range here either. So let me see. Was there a playbook position? No, there wasn't actually. There was no playbook position here. If you're considering everything the playbook states, right, and not leaving anything out, then there's no playbook trade here. Nothing. John, leave some wise words for me, bro. Sheesh. Right, PF?
Likewise.
Nada. Dad said, stay disciplined. By the way, this whole week, there's no news at all. So there's 0 red folders coming out this week on the US dollar. So, you know, that could also just be a little slow too. We got FOMC, or not FOMC, but a little meeting going on. But the only one we got is the one that shows up every week, which is unemployment claims. That's it. Otherwise, no major red folders here. Nothing. Why do I have 2 charts up here? What's going on? How to get rid of FOMO? Know exactly what your move looks like. So that's why I said there's no playbook position here. So I have 0 FOMO, right? 0. So if you know what your move is, then you don't fear missing out, because you'll never miss out because you know what the move looks like. So this right here is not a playbook position at all, right? What would have made that a playbook position? Well, at least a closure below the support to the left, right? Let's start there. But this is overextended, isn't it? What did you say? I would say, and this, in order for this to be a really good sell, I think that you would have needed to see this. So when I ask you today, how'd you do? And you say, oh man, I made $900. You know that's not the answer I'm looking for. I meant, how'd you do with following your plan? And if you say, I made 900. I said, show me the trade, and you show me this. That's not good, right? That's not good right here, because chances are 8 out of 10 times that will not work for you, right? And we base all of our decision making off of probability, aka what will happen, you know, more times than not. So more times than not, just again, been doing this for 6 years, so more times than not, when that happens, you will not move down, right? You will tend to go down a little bit and then pop back up, get that little pullback, then close below, and then make your move down. So that's what we wait for. So again, if you say, if I asked you today, how'd you do? And you say, you know, you made money, the question is on what? Because I don't really see a playbook position here today. But this is only if you're like strict on the playbook. I mean, if you trade other systems and you don't care about being strict on the playbook, then that's one thing, right? But if you're saying, hey, Nick, I haven't been able to be profitable yet, and I'm trying to, you know, stick to the playbook, and you took this, I mean, that's just a disrespect to you and your trading experience, you know, your training, right? So yeah, you made money today, but that's not what we look for when we ask, how did your day go? Right? Yeah, Alea could have came over here, just skipped, fallen, and just hit the sell button, and I could have made money today. But can I do that tomorrow and the next day and the next day? And that's where we're talking about the long-term trading, long-term profitability. So it's one thing to be profitable for a day. It's another thing to be profitable for, you know, days and weeks and months and years. Big difference.
Yeah, if you're going to tell us the outcome of your trade, at least tell us after you said you followed your plan or not.
A 15-minute candle at 9:45, 9:30. It closed below the range. It closed above. It closed above for me. So I was looking at this range right here. I think, what was it on the 15, right? One of them. I forget which range it was. But yeah, we closed above. We closed above. And this to me looks much more of like a rejection wick than a wick to fill. So yeah. Let's see. What broker do I use? I did. Yeah, I said Toro. Yep. Yeah, Toro Markets. If you hit exclamation point broker, then the link will pop up for Toro, and that's the one that I use. To be honest, last week I would have been in them sells because of FOMO. I made it a point, not to chase this week. I love it. I love it. And look, Bone, you'll be tempted right here. So when you make that decision to really commit, you'll be tempted that very next day, right? That following week, you're going to have all the temptation in the world, and that's your opportunity to strengthen that discipline muscle, right? And that's your opportunity there. So when you're tempted, you know, you take that time to stay disciplined, and man, over time, you'll be unstoppable. Yep. Yep. What up, Morpheus? You're welcome, brother.
Yes, sir, Morpheus. Yeah, the markets will always tempt you. That's why you have to be, it has to be a habit for you to follow your plan, right? And the only way it becomes a habit is by repetition, right? Showing up here every day and getting the reps in, stacking those days in of following your plan. So it can become a habit, right?
Yeah. How long does it take for the Bitcoin? The Bitcoin's pretty quickly. I would like at least allow a couple hours though. Yeah. No, I don't use Trade08 too much anymore. No, I don't. I wanted to support Raja and what he was like trying to do here. So I just decided to move money into Torah and support my friends. You know what I mean? What camera do I use? I use a Sony I forget, honestly. Sony A, yeah, honestly, I forgot. A something, I believe. Maybe TK knows. Great gem right there. I've definitely had great weeks and then give it all back following. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, so the goal is to, can you get consistent every, like again, anyone could show up and make a bunch of noise for a week or a couple weeks or a month, but who can silently win day by day, week by week, month by month, year by year? You're going to need a duplicatable system, right, to do that. And, you know, that's why everything is so systematic. So when this candle here closes above the range, it's clockwork, right? There's no trade there, and that means that there's no FOMO there. Sony A awesome. Yeah. True.
Yeah, bro. I think I'm gonna wrap it up now.
Where are you going, Johnny Gems? You leaving early today?
Yeah.
Wow. Hey,
Nah,
Johnny
bro.
Gems
It's
even
right
pulled that
about
at
time.
the he even pulled it at the meetup. It was only 3 o'clock
I
in the
did,
morning.
bro.
Why'd you want to leave?
Honestly, for Magnus, bro.
Magnus was
Magnus
doing
was
the lean.
snoozing.
Magnus was doing the lean. You know what lean that is. He was almost falling over. His girlfriend kept hitting him. Magnus, Magnus. He's like, oh my
Yeah.
god. We had
I
these
looked at
boys out,
Magnus and I'm
man.
like, damn, I
We
gotta
had
take
these
this man
boys
home,
out
bro.
all night. Oh
Bro was looking
snap!
like a dope fiend, bro, for real.
He was doing the lean, and he was sweating too. He was sitting. It never got this hot in Denmark, not once.
Yeah. For real.
They said, "Damn."
Damn, bro.
Oh yeah, there you go. I have the
Right.
Sony ZV-10. Yeah, ZV-10. I don't know why I said the A. I was probably thinking about A plus setups or something. What's up, Dan? A little touch late, no biggie. Right on time. Y'all was winning. I was losing due overtime trading. Yeah, wife was asking what's going on. I made 1,000 excuses about why. This weekend, sitting at home, thinking about how y'all are successful living your own terms, made me realize I'm my worst enemy. Yeah, and that's a good thing. You know, when you realize like maybe right now you are your worst enemy, but you can go look yourself in the mirror and say, brother, I love you. I really love you. You are the man. You are stepping up in life right now, doing what others are not willing to do to potentially live the life that you so dream about. I love you. You're awesome. Mistakes don't make us. You know, we learn from them, right? We adjust, we grow from our mistakes in life, and you can easily go from being your worst enemy to your best friend. And I highly recommend you get into a good relationship with you, because at the end of the day, who do you spend the most time with? You, right? You and the voice in your head, right? Who do you talk to the most? Everyone says, well, I talk to my wife. No, you talk to you the most, right? You're probably talking in your head right now to yourself. What are you saying? Check it out right now. Some of you guys are thinking. What are you thinking about? Just jot that down. Just jot that down. So pay attention. There's a really good book called, it's titled What to Say When You Talk to Yourself. Highly recommend it. Highly recommend it. Especially if you're kind of like your worst enemy. But hey, Bone, it all starts with awareness, bro. Literally. It starts with awareness, and then it goes to an elimination process. Yeah, those heavy eyes cost you push-ups in the army. This whole week's going to kind of crazy. Yeah, no news or catalyst to push price. Yeah, it's true. Yeah. 300 pips for no reason, literally. No pullbacks. Yeah, that's wild. Later, DJ Scratches. Have a great day, bro. I'll see you in Asian sesh. Magnus out here getting a tan. Yeah.
Yo, we gonna hit the gym today?
Yeah, we'll go get a
No?
workout. Yep, I'm down.
I'm down, bro.
You versus you. My mentor would he did a talk one time, and he did it in front of like probably like 12,000 people in this it was like a coliseum like type of deal, and the talk was titled Ping Pong, and what he talked about was the mental ping pong that most people and entrepreneurs play. And that ping pong all goes on between their own mind, right? And you're at one point you're your own worst enemy to your own best friend, and it's you versus you, right? It's you with you, and that mental ping pong could be a disaster for some people. But once you get them thoughts working right, those words speaking right, those actions in place, man, it just momentum begins to take hold of your life, and it starts to push you in the right direction. What playbook setups can still arise with a target tap concept? Like an inverted celery play. So meaning like if this candle rejects off of here, closes very weak bullish, or bearish, which it is, then we can have a little buy stop here. And I think that's what I may be doing. Yeah, we got a 15 closure, a 30 closure here. Let's see if we can get a bit of a top wick on this candle, and then I'll attempt down again into a 33.10, and then I may have a buy stop on the break of the high here at like 33.16. We want to see a top wick on the 30-minute candle though first, and then an attempt back down towards 33.10, and then if we can get that, we set buy stops. Or I'll set a buy stop, and you guys can do whatever you like. Why didn't you take the 15-minute breakout at 9:45? 15-minute breakout at 9:45. 15-minute breakout at 9:45. Let me go 15 breakout. 9:45. Whoop, where's the breakout? Support right here. Yeah, support here and support here. So never close below on that candle. And then this, that was basically the move there, right? So then we close right at support. All right, let's see about this potential inverted celery going on here. Yeah, potential buys. Let's see. Let's hang tight. I'm going to hang tight for at least this closure on the 15 and see what we could do. No flip entry for me. Nope, no flip entry. I need the entry for me would be on the break of the high. And I also want to see a little wick first and then like a little move back down and then break the high there. Yeah, and if we don't get that, then we could just call it a day. Dan, you're hilarious. But hey, look, I mean the move happened, right? It's just, again, not every move is my move. So I'm just happy for the sellers that were in there. They made some money today. They made some good money today too. Some good money. So that was someone else's like system, right? Like, so even though it wasn't ours, it was someone else, right? Someone's watching a moving average and taking a trade off of it, or whatever it is, right? But it's just not our playbook setup. So that's the only one. That's the only one I know how to trade profitable week after week, month after month, year after year. Take a look at NQ. Let's see. Can we get an NQ trade? 30 trying to come back up. Let's see what that 4 hour no lower wick. Interesting. Yeah, I think gold looks better though. So this will be my last attempt here on gold. We'll see what happens. We got 12 minutes. I'll probably stick around max for like another 25 minutes for 11 a.m. And if we get nothing there, then we'll call it. TTG, time to gym. 10:30 looks like, yeah, man. No, even like 10. I mean, the big move happened at 10 a.m. New 4-hour candle. The only other reason why I'd be open to these buys is that 4-hour candle has very little to no top wick, along with the bullish bias on the daily. These are the previous daily candle lows right there. So as long as we respect those lows here, the daily candle can still move up. I mean, look what happened yesterday, right after the live stream. Look at that move up, right? So we had a whole choppy New York session, and then once you got that closure, price just popped. So yeah, I mean, same thing could happen here. 50 EMA, yeah, you know what? Maybe the 50 EMA like called that signal today, right? Maybe it was running like straight through here, right? And then maybe something happened where you seen that, and EMA trader goes, okay, let me enter there. And, so there's a million ways to get it in this game, but which way will you choose, and which way can you be consistent with? That's the key. Yeah, actually, a lot of our trades recently have been a little later in the session too, around 10:30, 10:45, all that. 11 a.m. one trade.
That's the season we're in right now. Kind of getting the streak of like late moves, late session moves.
Yup. By the way, I'm only giving that hard talk over here to people who are trying to strictly follow the playbook. right? If you're in sells based off of your system and your strategy, I'm not, yelling at anyone, right? I'm just saying like that wouldn't be considered a playbook position, but like there's many people who trade a little differently here, and if that was your sell, I mean, great job. If you followed your plan today, excellent work.
Amen.
The Fib Laser Show. Stop. Sing, 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 sing. What are we hitting in the gym? I think here he is. What are we hitting in the gym today, Viking?
I think chest.
We could do back and by too.
Oh,
Actually,
back,
maybe
yeah.
we stay away from your back.
No, it's good. It's good.
Yeah?
It's totally
Okay.
fine. Yeah,
Nah, I'm down for chest and buys, bro.
All right. Maybe we'll. I don't know, man. Maybe we'll get a little, pack.
I saw that inverted.
Yeah, maybe something here.
No biceps now, like the 30 kind of impulse. Right?
No, I don't want to get the buy stop because the 30 got no wick
Yeah,
yet.
that's what I mean. Like the 30 kind of impulse.
Yeah.
Maybe 30 support or 30 inverted.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Even a 30 inverted seller would be pretty nice. Even if this candle kind of closed bullish, then that also works too.
Like,
yeah.
That's almost a celery added to the inverted.
Then we have the support.
Yeah.
Support there. Yeah. That would be nice right there.
Yeah.
We need a pullback.
Exactly.
Also the one on top support and all that.
Yeah, I like it. Give that man his eggs. Sorry, don't hurt me.
Support even better.
Where's the eggs? I don't know, I swear. King man.
Crazy. Yeah, you locked the door before. You were locked in.
Oh, is that what he was doing? What, in the bathroom?
No, like you.
Oh, he locked it.
I don't know.
Oh, yeah, he probably locked it. Or maybe Anna locked it when he came in a bunch.
Yeah.
You could have came in, though.
Oh.
Just knock.
Oh, okay. I thought you were like
Knock.
someone locked in.
Knock and the door shall be open.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yes,
I don't know,
Maxie
you guys
Millie, W.
You guys are trying to hit certain muscles. I'm low-key just trying to walk into the gym, grab some weights, do some bicep curls, some shoulder presses, and then just dip.
How jacked is the Viking? I mean, the guy freaking had my thing looking like this. He had my you see how it's going up right now? He had me looking like a short dude over here like, yo. Hey, Magnus adjusted my desk earlier. No, I think we're right around the same height. I'll be honest. I think Magnus might have like an inch or two on me. Maybe an inch.
Yeah.
Maybe an inch.
Probably.
Eggs gone. Porsche your eggs. Tomorrow GC should go up and NQ down due to tariffs. They put oh yeah, tomorrow's the 9th, right? Yeah, the 9th I think is the show. Hey baby, what's up? Okay, we'll open Maverick's gifts very shortly, okay? Yes, exactly. Maverick's still sleeping. That's crazy. He's sleeping for a while.
Damn, bro.
He's big, the big 3 now, you got to get his sleeping.
Man's knocked. You waiting for this 15 or 30?
It's looking like it ain't even going to go down, honestly.
Alright.
Yeah, you want to pull up?
You talking to me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Should I pull up now? What time are we going to go to the
come
gym?
Just come now.
Alright. Alright, bet.
All right, cool.
Alright. So...
All right, bye. No, I'm just kidding. Like we're on the phone.
I'll go for a quick walk while you watch Gold just bleed. And
Nah,
then
just come
after
now.
you
You'll
watch
be
Gold
alright.
bleed, I'll come.
No, no need for the walk. Just pull up.
Alright, bro.
All
I'm
right.
gonna come then. Alright.
All right, cool.
I'll come now.
Come now. Come now.
Alright, bet. Alright, Nick, I'll see you in a little bit. Chat. Hope you guys all have a good day. Clubhouse, I'll see you guys in Asian, and God bless you all, alright? Hopefully progress was made for everyone, and if that's what's happened, great. Alright? So yeah.
Yeah.
Catch y'all later.
Peace,
Peace
Johnny
out. Peace, Nick.
Gems.
See ya.
Later.
Peace.
Do. You got the choco milk. Maverick slumped from the party. Yeah. It was like Maverick's first time ever having like a little bit of cake. So he's probably slumped. Wow, look at this. Move back up. I think we've officially tapped 1 hour targets. Yeah, I'm going to be a little patient here. I'm not going to just give up on the day. I'm going to be a little patient here. But at 11 a.m. is probably the call off for me. 40. LeGrand in the building. What up, LeGrand? Yeah, the Ninja Woods. I like that. Yep, 4 hour support really hitting now. Coming into that wick. So that's our daily wick, right? So if we go to the daily, that's the daily low there. So we never broke that low. And we know that as long as this candle here respects the previous low, then at any point this candle can continue moving up bullish, right? So we never broke the lows there. We came right down to it. And, you know, maybe just like yesterday, right? You look at yesterday, we came all the way back up there in the later part of the session. So later, Christian. Later. What up, Crazy B? Have I experienced a lot of slippage on Trade Locker? Funded Pro has a lot of slippage. Not really, no. I think the most I've seen was a 2 pip spread, and I don't really think I've experienced much slippage at all, actually, if any. Sometimes the spreads are like 2 pips, which is, you know, not that bad, but still, like with futures, it's 0. So yeah, that's the only thing. Forex obviously has the spreads and all that. Watching and learning from a very remote village in Kenya, hoping to make big break. Hey, brother, congratulations. You know what I mean? And you know, as long as you have the internet and the skill set and the willingness to learn and the ambition to go after it, it really doesn't matter where you are. You know, if you're in a remote village or if you're in a mansion in LA, right? Everyone has access to this lovely thing we call the internet now, and there's no reason that you can't go from a small little remote village in Kenya to a big large city like, you know, Miami or Tampa or New York City or Los Angeles and be winning at the highest levels in the next 2 to 5 years. So just keep grinding, keep going, take it slow and steady, and you know, just win. Just find a way to win, baby. Find a way to win. I love that, though. You got people out here just locked in from a remote village in Kenya, and then you got some dude in New York with a big fancy pantsy corporate job crying about, I don't know what to do. You know what I mean? So, you know, any excuse will do. Any excuse will do. I need to work on myself. I'm mad at myself for missing the sales, which I shouldn't be. It's just crazy to see and not even get $1. Yeah, none of this is ours, brother. We don't, these aren't our dollars. That's what you got to understand. Like, our dollars are our dollars based off of the playbook. So like I said, this is somebody else's money and I'm happy for them. All right. I'm happy for the trader who got their signal off of their system and took sells today. Right. This just wasn't our day to take those sells. Someone else's pips. That's right. That's right. And once you realize that, once you know exactly what your position looks like, you have zero FOMO, right? So for me, unless a trade looks like one of these 4 right there, I am not concerned about anything. None of it matters to me. None of it. It's like the market's not even moving. And so unless it looks like 1, 2, 3, or 4, and I would say a little inverted celery too, like 5, then there's no FOMO. There's no nothing, right? There just is. What do you feel right now? I don't feel. And by the way, that's the only way to do it. So although maybe someone did take the sell and broke their plan today, Captain, you didn't. So you'll win long term. You'll win long term. And that's what we're trying to do here, right? Win long term. Funded Pro, I've never used them, no. Yeah, you got to understand what your move is. So when someone says I have FOMO, I very quickly realize they have no clue what they're doing. They don't know what they're looking for. They don't know what their play is, right? I missed my move or I have FOMO are two totally different things. Like if you missed your move, then yeah, you should have some FOMO there. But if you're just talking about the move that the market made today, then I could tell you still need work. You know, you still need to work on things, and that's fine, right? That's fine. So just keep working. What is this feel you're talking about? Look, it's great to have feelings or whatever outside of the desk, but you know, we're here for business. You know, we're here to do a job, so you can't let those feelings and emotions get involved. Yeah, if there's no setup, there's simply no trade, and that's simply no big deal. Davey Mike. I see some green. Is that what that is? Look at this, gang. Green. It's been a while since we've seen one of those. That's right, Martin. Just took a break. Okay, yeah, that's right. 2 no trade days. Yeah, I haven't taken a trade this week yet. Yesterday there was no good trades. Today there was really no good trades either. A little bit of volume today. I think later on after the session, we had a decent trade, right? At some point. But, you know, that was after my session. Yeah, I think we were looking for, yesterday we were looking for closures above there. So notice how once we got the closure above, look at that. Look, notice how quick we filled that range now. So that was our target up there yesterday. You finally got a good closure above, lower wick, beautiful move up. But I was already gone at that point. And today, I don't know. We broke the lows here. I think I'm probably just going to call it. Does anyone have any other questions or anything you guys want to go over before we wrap this up? Because, yeah, we're just melting. It's just continuing to rip down here. Yeah, you might be able to get a nice little bounce back play like later on. But I would personally, at this point, I might just wait. Now that we broke the daily lows, I probably wouldn't even execute off of this support here. Right? Wait for like a little, maybe even something like this to go down. Where don't take that buy. Wait for a new resistance. And then if you get a closure now above there, I think that's going to be like a good buy. Right? Mark that off. Mark it off like that. And then take your buy. So I really wouldn't execute on the first green candle there right now, especially because we broke the daily lows now, so this thing could just melt, right? So if you are going to take a buy, don't enter here, don't enter here, wait for that red candle to show up, and then if you can get a bullish candle closure above, that'll be good. So that might happen around like 1 o'clock Eastern, you know, something like that, 1 p.m. So yeah. And then sell if you dare to, right? We've been moving down for over 300 pips, so it's almost like it's too bearish to buy, and it's like it's moved too bearish to sell at this point. So that's what I would say. Keep your money here today. Save your bullets, and we'll move into Asian session tonight with the clubhouse, and then we'll be back for New York tomorrow. Cool. We good? All right, cool. Sweet, guys. Well, good stuff today. Way to be patient. Way to be disciplined. If you made money by breaking your plan today, just understand that the market will take that back this week, and don't get all frustrated when it takes it back. All right. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but it just never fails. All right. So the main thing is stick to your plan. Don't ever deviate, and then that way you can get consistent results and not have to be looking with one eye half open, waiting for the market to get that back. So we ain't taking no L's, my friends. I hope you have a great day. Blessings to you and your family. We out of here. Holla. I'll see y'all guys. Blessings. See you mañana. Peace.
I'm bringing the facts like I was lost, but now I'm found. Trapped taking no L's. No, 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 no. Saints breaking out of seals. Go, 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 go. The battle's been won. He said it's done. So we ain't taking no L's. We ain't taking no L's. Hey, he ain't taking no L's. The victory is already won. 3 days in the ground in the kingdom of gun. Why just wait around when he told you to run? Told you to run. Run a race at the pace that you're supposed to. Break through and there's nothing that he won't do. Broken chains are falling to the ground. We ain't taking no L's. No, 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 no. Saints breaking out of seals. Go, 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 go. The battle's been won. He said it's done. So we ain't taking no L's. We ain't taking no L's. Hey, we ain't taking no L's. We ain't taking no L's. No, no L's. No, we ain't taking no L's. We ain't taking no L's. We ain't taking no L's. We ain't taking no L's.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
God gave me the keys, so I'm logging in. Had to get off TikTok, watch how I be clocking in. Felt the Holy Spirit on the stage when I was walking in. If you got a problem with me, you gon' have to talk to him. Big facts. This for heaven off a big stack. So that Range Rover deuces, I don't miss that. Had to get up my excuses on a diss track. I'll be walking where the truth is, ain't no zigzag, no more. Tell him adios. Started from the bottom, now we with the Holy Ghost. Only way to get up high is if you get down low, ayy. Had to make it to the top just to see how hard it drop. Yeah, oh, yeah. Had to make it to the top just to see how hard it drop. Yeah, oh, had to make it to the top just to see how hard it drop. Yeah, whoa, had to make it to the top just to see how hard it drop. I never stopped, God brought me to the top. Guess I gotta wait around to see how hard it drop. Drop, drop, just kill the beat. It's a whole song about humility. I stay clear where the ceilings see, cause I know that's where many other villains be. Me and my fam try to keep a low profile. Head stay straight, don't worry about a profile. Can't burn out when you keep it on the low dial. They say no, wait, now they saying oh wow. No more over, tell him adios. Started from the bottom, now we with the Holy Ghost. Only way to get up high is if you get down low, ayy. Had to make it to the top just to see how hard it drop. Yeah, whoa, yeah. Had to make it to the top just to see how hard it drop. Yeah, whoa, had to make it to the top just to see how hard it drop. Yeah, whoa, had to make it to the top just to see how hard it drop. I never stopped, God brought me to the top. Guess I gotta wait around to see how hard it drop. Okay, yeah, yeah. Hey, how you start is how you finish. Like 9 to 5, we stand on business. Just to catch up, you gon' need a village. Okay, we got no limits, huh? We got no limits, huh? Yeah, I put on my J's, you already know the dealer. But this ain't a game, this is life, this is a killer. He'll try to trap your soul, I ain't talking Bryson Tiller. But really he's a dog, standing next to a gorilla. My ability to go grill a beat is from Elohim. Ain't no competition in my game, it's just me on me. And this composition ain't for fame, it's for G.O.G. Tell the devil go back where you came, cause we walking free. Hop on the stage and I'm ready for war. I'm not the same person I was before. I see revival breaking on the floor. I pray it makes its way out of the door. In Jesus' name we breaking out of Hades. I might be doing this until I'm 80. I leveled up all the way just to say that ain't how you start, it's how you finish. How you feel like 9 to 5, we stand on business. Just to catch up, you gon' need a village. Okay, we got no limits, huh? We got no limits.
A2000 EST. OCOEE. Yeah. Hey. Yeah. Hey. Yeah. Hey. Hey. I need peace. I need love. I need everything that's coming from above. I need peace. I need love. I need everything that's coming from above. I want my dog. Ay, birds of a feather, we gon' fly together. Ay, we gon' rock forever like it's heavy metal. I ain't Christopher Columbus, I would never settle. I ain't Lewis, I ain't Clark, I would never settle. God told me I'm Olympic, for real. Ay, seek the kingdom, why you simping, for real? Why you talking, you should listen, for real. All this jaywalking got me limping, for real. Hey, jaywalking, hey, Jesus walking, hey, Jesus talking. Yo, big faith, yeah, I need a whole lot of that way, where I'm about to go like amigo. Can't see the vision, then you can't be me amigos. I call up my girl and then we pull up to the Rego. That's the only time we pay to see you acting way different. Way different. Same book, but the page different. The page different. Is it cliche to say I'm lane switching? Well, I'm lane switching. Hold on, let me put my turning signal on, so they see me coming. They still can't see me coming. Only two things that I need is peace. I need love. I need everything that's coming from above. I need peace. I need love. I need everything that's coming from up. They like, how he, who he, what is this? Hey, my studio is wherever I sit. Hey, I plug in the microphone and there you hear that click. Click, 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 click. It's a hit. Hey, way it hit 'em like, whoa, man. Hey, make 'em do the uh-oh, man. Hey, how you just came up with whoa, man? Flow electric, this is not a slow dance. Not a slow dance. We come together and we pray and hold hands. He give grace, so wherever grace lands. He paid the price, ain't have no escape plan. Yeah, no plan. Yeah, no plan. Actually, his plan was the plan, so he planned it. Ayy, set the bar high, he the code, so I scanned it. Ayy, we saving souls on the campus. Ayy, but this ain't no religion, we ain't following your antics. Ayy, thank you, Lord, I sit like a praying mantis. Enemy